Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a question for you. If I told you that I built an artificial intelligent trading platform with automated strategies, mirror wallets, smart money, portfolio intelligence, one-tap execution, and a revolutionary system designed to remove emotion from trading, would you invest? What if I told you there was impressive statistics on the websites, thousands of users, tens of millions of dollars in trading volume, winning percentages, success stories, a founder promising to transform the future of finance? Sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? No doubt many of my regular viewers have said, yep, we've heard all this before. Now, what if I told you that when I started digging into the person behind it, I found a fresh success story. I found a trail. I didn't just find a fresh success story, I found a trail. A trail leading to LQUID Pay, protocol yield, regulatory warnings from New Zealand's Financial Market Authority, allegations of false and misleading claims about compliance and licensing, and a growing collection of projects that seems to reveal themselves every time uncomfortable questions start to be asked. I've literally seen this individual being interviewed by Bloomberg on a documentary that I was in, and when they questioned him about his company called NinePay, 2 weeks later he rebranded the company to avoid the bad publicity after claiming that Visa was backing his company, and Visa denied even knowing this individual. We are going to examine Rift Protocol, not the marketing, not the buzzwords, not the glossy website. We're going to look at the evidence. We're going to follow the corporate connections, the affiliate network, the performance claims, the regulatory history, and the man behind it all. Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui, I call him. I never get his name right, but it's a funny one.
Siddiqui.
Otherwise known as Shavez Anwar to my Avengers, and a long-time quest to stop everything that this guy does because he leaves a trail of destruction. Maybe Rift is exactly what it claims to be. Maybe the next evolution of automated trading. Or maybe it's simply the latest chapter in a story we've already seen before. So let's get into it. If you haven't been to my website, I am Danny DeHeck. I have currently about 2,000 blogs on my website, and we try to do reviews on any investment opportunities that are on the internet. You can hire us to do a review if you want to support what we do, or simply tell us by going to our Contact Us button on the right-hand side here, and you can submit information anonymous to us, or you can sponsor a review on the right-hand side above my head here. We also, if you want to support the work that we do, we're volunteers. We have a team of Avengers. We have recently produced a whole lot of guidebooks to help people who have been investing or looking to invest in any opportunity, and they don't really know how to spot the red flags and the like. So we've got the Investment Scam Survival Guide, Already Invested, your Exit and Damage Control Guide. Sometimes it can be a traumatic experience realizing that something that you've just put a whole lot of money into is actually a scam. Also, the more importantly, the Red Flag Playbook. It's a PDF that you can share with friends and family members who think they've found the best thing since sliced bread. And just recently, we've added 2 new books, the Recovery Scam Survival Guide. Every time we see somebody get scammed, they're getting chased by a recovery agent who claims they can get their money back. So here's some identifying marks and things that you can do to avoid being scammed twice. And obviously the recruitment trap. Every time that you get somebody from your family telling you that they have done the research and they're invested, and they show you on the app that they've got the money out of it, so you should also trust the process. You've got to listen to what we say more than your dear family member who doesn't really know what they're talking about, because there's so many investment scams out there at the moment. Everyone is getting scammed who wants to find a passive income on the internet. So when you come to my website initially, if you want to see the latest and the greatest, you can see that recently we've been in CoffeeZilla, which is 4 million people have viewed the video of me in CoffeeZilla. I actually went to America. I met him in person. I went into his $10 million studio, and he did a investigation on Goliath Ventures, which at the time was a $328 million Ponzi scheme and scam, and I've been investigating it since the 1st of September. But 4 million views, and I got to meet CoffeeZilla in person. It was really awesome. Yesterday, we had a good investigation too, which we're going to cover on Monday, My Monday, Your Sunday. And what we did with this investigation, we did it live yesterday. We even put together a soundtrack for this. Absolutely brilliant. Well, what was really unique about this particular investigation is in real time, this couple was deleting their YouTube channel, their TikTok, their websites. They were trying to destroy the evidence as we were doing a live investigation. So if you want to find out more about those sort of things, what you can do is you can go to my YouTube channel, and there's 2 sections. You've got the live section where all the action happens. I'm live at the moment. So you can click on lives, and you can come in here and you can see lives that are going to happen on Monday. You can see the one that I'm doing right now, and you can actually see the investigation I did yesterday, which was about a 5-hour stream. But we record live, and then I chop these videos up, and then I upload them again, and I put them in the video section. So last night, we will see what we re-uploaded the video that we recorded while I was doing live yesterday. And that's sort of how it works for me. And also there's other reasons why we always get in scammers trying to get the videos removed. So we basically tidy up the content that we do put online and republished it later on. So there's some big scams that have been going down at the moment, like BG wealth sharing. That really got hold on a lot of people. And now there's a lot of regulatory information coming out where people are actually getting named and shamed, which is fantastic. But anyway, without further ado, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to an investigation I did on a website, as I said, Rift, and it's to do with Shavez. Now, Shavez and I go a long way back, as I mentioned. He actually had a stroke. He tried to blame me for his stroke. He was trying to get me to pay for his $300,000 hospital bills, which was a bit of a laugh, really. With the echo. Are we still talking about echo in the chat room? I hope there's no echo. But I don't know where to start. Should we look at Rift, or should we have a quick look at the blog? I think I'd probably like to play the video first before we actually show, because we've got some good old names in the video today. And Carl, otherwise known as, I've forgotten his name now, Carl Crypto Dundee. That's right. So he was doing the presentation today. So we're going to have a look and actually see what they're offering people. And there was only 11 people in this meeting. So it sounds like it's got great traction. And we are still struggling to see how they actually make money out of running these Zoom meetings every day. But we've been following this one for 5 years.
No need to spend hours studying charts and relying on key performance indicators. And no need to spend thousands of dollars learning trading skills. Rift does it all for you by analyzing the marketplace and pre-preparing trades you choose from. You simply accept.
Now, I know from my experience that they're now getting cleverer and cleverer as they go forward. I can hear music in the background. So it basically means if you've been listening to that and it sounds a bit funny, it's because I've had to remove the music out of it to keep it going. But just sort of wanted to let you know that. But if I stop it every 7 seconds, I don't have that problem. So hopefully that music will disappear in a few.
Find a trade card with swipe your thumb. Using advanced AI risk searches across exchanges and pre-prepares the best potential trades for each.
So, you know, like I'm just watching this straight out of the gate. I haven't even watched this video, but this was recorded about an hour and a half ago. And I just hear the same shit every time we go into a Zoom meeting. And right now, if you haven't noticed, I've actually got a whole lot of Zoom meetings open, and we might get interrupted and show you what one of these live Zoom meetings are actually all about. But in the meantime, I just see this AI generated rubbish telling you that it's going to do some miracle stuff where you basically give them money and it will do AI trading for you. And it's just all rubbish. And it's just, if you do get any results out of it, you'll be getting the results from your own money that you put into the platform. It's the same drill every single time.
Built on hyperliquid blockchain.
Hyperliquid. This used to be called Hyper Capital, Hyper everything you can think of. I've even forgot. It used to be called Hyperfund, Hypercapital, Hyperfund, Hyperverse, Hypernation, Hypercosmos, and now we've got Hyperliquid.
You can be sure of fast, precise, institutional grade functionality. Rift is the future of trading. Whether you're
Rift is the future of trading. So was Boomerang. We went into their platform called Boomerang. Rob, who's in the chat room, funny enough, actually spent a couple of months looking at it, right-clicked on it, and we found this great big long line of 200 characters. And all the trading that they were claiming that people were doing was actually coming from the website. And 2 days after we broadcasted the fact that the website was generating the sales results, Carl, who's actually in this meeting right now, claimed that they knew it was. So what we're getting at is the whole lot was fake. It was coming off an HTML web page, the trading results. People would click a button saying 30. They would go to pick an exchange. It would tell them that that exchange is healthy at the moment. And if you trade with this money in that exchange, you're going to get this. And it was all mathematically calculated from the website. So the fact that you can't believe anything that this company says because the same company lied to everybody, everyone lost all their money. They've rebranded itself. They've distanced themselves from their last disaster. Same people, same promoters, same everything. It really is as bad as it sounds.
an experienced trader or just starting out Rift, will give you the edge
I
by
guarantee if you sign up for Rift, you won't have screens doing trading like this. It will all be behind the scenes, hidden behind the app. And you're basically playing a game of Monopoly.
doing all the hard analysis for you in seconds. Rift makes complex trading simple and fast.
I hate that music. Hopefully that's enough to stop it. Can you unplug that?
General disclaimer.
Here we go.
Welcome to this.
I'm just going to get a drink of water
presentation.
because I've been echoing.
All
It hurts my
presenters
voice.
are providing their services on a volunteer basis and are active participants in all products they are presenting. Their views and opinions do not reflect those of the organisation. While we aim for accuracy, errors may occur. All content is for information purposes only. The information provided is general and not personalised advice. We are not liable for any losses. We provide information and systems, but we do not endorse any purchases of memberships. Your choices are yours alone. We advise conducting thorough research. If uncertain, seek advice from a qualified professional. Attendees accept these terms and conditions by continuing to view this presentation. Let's explore all products and services cautiously and curiously. Thank you. Legal disclaimer. All products and services, their component parts and operating methods and systems, either provided by or created by the organisation, belong solely to the organisation. All IPs are protected. Anyone copying, distributing, or reselling any and all future products without express permission risks serious legal consequences. Any unauthorised broadcasting, live streaming, or social media sharing of official company presentations is strictly prohibited. Downloading and re-uploading of official presentations to any public platform without permission violates copyright law and may also lead to legal consequences.
Did I miss the disclaimer? Here we go. Oh no, video.
G'day.
Oh,
Welcome
is
to
it?
you,
Oh, my
US
God.
Primetime Limited UK.
Okay, so that video is echoing. Isn't that just absolutely batshit crazy? So what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to turn my echo stuff off. System. Having a few issues earlier on. Now, no jokes in the chat room. It's not helping. When I play this again, just tell me whether it's good or it's still echoing, and I might be able to fix it. And Susie says, speed it up a bit. I can do that.
Hey, was sound asleep then. And now, well, we are here for the usual day of presentations. So while I have a little play with my spreadsheet, because I just did a number capture while the disclaimers were on. And
It's amazing, though, that he's, look at his head. He looks like an alien.
I will do that, and Joe will do his bit.
Thank you very much, Carl. Good evening, everybody. Let's jump in.
Ah, it's cool. So I've just got to remember to flick that button off and on.
All right,
So do you reckon I should speed this up?
So this evening I'm presenting the next generation of affiliate operating system called 3FO. a powerful ecosystem that is built for the future of finance. Once you've accessed your PowerPoint and it works properly, then everything's good. There we go.
Let's speed up a little bit, eh? I'll see if I can figure out how to do that.
Right, so once you've accessed 3FO, you will have access to our very own Bitcoin code, our own coin, and our own blockchain, the BTC20 Smart Chain, our flagship product that launched 3.5 years ago. It is built with the exact principles of Bitcoin in mind, and it is essentially Bitcoin for the 21st century. And we mine with NFT miners, so we mine online. Of course, the product of the hour, Rift. But before we look at Rift, let's look at the CEO. This is Shavez, and he started his first company when he was just 17.
So that's a load of rubbish, and I can't help myself. Now, if you, this is the lies that I'm probably good at telling and exposing. So if I go to Shavez, if you don't know who Shavez is, this is, let's see if I can find, this is Shavez here.
Greetings to Hyper community. Myself, Shavez Anwar, very excited to join HyperOne as Asia Pacific Head Operations. First of all, I would like to thank HyperOne management for showing trust in me and giving me this responsibility. A little introduction about me. As a young entrepreneur, I started my career in digital and blockchain marketing when I was merely 17. So last 10 years have been full of opportunities and success stories. I want to grow myself more and keen to explore my capabilities with Hyper ecosystem. So let's work together for our organizational goals to achieve our individual goals. I am committed to deliver my 100% with 100% efforts and commitments of you. My motto to grow Hyper community is in Asia to the largest scale.
Right. So this is the sort of shit that you're going to get. Now, this particular video here, we fully exposed the whole organization.
Okay.
And this was a secret video that we recorded. And I say we, the Avengers.
a year.
Marketed.
And if you listen to this whole video, now this video has been removed off the internet about 7 times. It's an exact number for about number, isn't it? And in here, we've got people coming in here complaining they've lost money. This was a meeting that he did not want on the internet, but it fully exposed everything about the fake KYC details, lies about trademark. They even mentioned in here how they were actually trying to, stop me. It's a breathtaking video, but you can go in there and read all about him. So what I'm saying, this whole company has been totally exposed by their own mission. And that is absolutely something we're really proud of as the Avengers. Not only that, we can go back even further. Look, let's talk AI. We've got photos of Shavez smoking on screen. We've literally done so many videos in here. I mean, this one here is the most condemning video ever, though. Sam Lee and Dr. Farsam Kamalbendi is in here talking to them about world domination. And at this time, they were working for what they call Stable Deo or Stable Opinion, which was a real estate company, very similar to this one. I'm getting emails from people who are doing business with the guy with the beard. This guy here is, we believe, involved in human trafficking compounds. This is Shavez, and it's going to chop up real estate. There we go, back. And you can buy your own slice of real estate. I'm just going to go back and see it. But anyway, we've got videos of him with all these bad guys. And that video there, he has tried to get that removed quite a few times. And I'm just going to see if I've got the real version of it. Not doing too well on that one there. Keynote speaker. But we probably would have done 150 videos on Shavez, exposing him and the company and the lies. We've got victim statements where people have lost money. And obviously Bloomberg did a whole documentary on him. And it just keeps on going. And, it does make us laugh. I'm just trying to find some of the lies where we've exposed him. But anyway, that's historical stuff. So if you are thinking of getting involved with anything to do with Shavez, or you think like stable opinion, we've
Create
got.
new leaders in the market.
So what I'm getting at here is this guy is a fraud. Even his own video evidence show that he is a fraud. So when we go to here and we listen to presentations, even though he's a real person, is not AI character. The point is, what they paint him as is a total lie. Now, the people that are even telling these lies know it's a lie because they've been here with the whole journey.
Years old, and he is a self-taught coder, and he has been globally recognized as an expert in AI and the world of blockchain. And he is at the heart of this organization, and he is bringing blockchain innovation.
So we need to name one project which has delivered on the claims that he said it would.
World financial tools and a sustainable yield system, with a vision to create a long-term scalable system where
every single scam or anything that we feature has always got a vision, but never a now.
Can win together. Now, back in 2025, there was a full-page spread about Shavez in the Forbes India magazine.
So to be in Forbes India magazine, it's actually a sponsored advert. It was not in the printed edition, and they don't put sponsored adverts in the printed edition. That means even I myself could actually pay to be in Forbes India. It's absolutely a lie, and they use scammer money to pay for it.
Online magazine. Now, Forbes is a very prestigious publication that's been guiding the financial world for over 100 years. So this was a very proud moment, not just for Shavez, but for this community also. He also won the Times Leadership Award and the Leaders in E-Business Award.
So the E-Business Award was a total joke. We didn't see that one coming. But when he got the award, he was using his real name. And now we've got his real name in all his presentations. You can't make this shit up.
Okay, so let's look at Rift. Rift is the next generation of futures trading platform that is combining intelligent routing, automated execution, and a non-custodial infrastructure. And it is all built on the Hyperliquid blockchain. So you get transparent and institutional grade execution while keeping users in full control of their capital. Rift is making complex trading simple and fast. It is available through Telegram on a global scale. It is anywhere in the world where you can get Telegram, you can access Rift.
Yeah, so anything that you ever get promoted to is controlled by Telegram. It's a scam. Okay, easy. So all scams come from Telegram. Any professional company does not use Telegram to talk to their customers.
You have a free lifetime demo account with unlimited virtual funds that can be reset over and over again, so that you are able to practice and play with Rift as much as you wish. And of course, you can switch between demo and live manual trading at any time. And you can personalize your trading experience by setting individual leverage and risk factors and smart.
So if anyone has used Rift and they have done successful trades and got their money off the platform, we would love to hear from you. And I can guarantee that nobody will contact me.
Is going live very, very soon.
Oh, there you go. It's going
all
live.
Available from your phone and
how many launch parties have we been in? We had a launch party. Actually, when I originally met Bob was is now one of the Avengers. But they had a launch party. I think it was the launch party I met Bob. And they got 6 hours in and we shut that party down. But the launch party was going to go for 12 hours. No, 24 hours. But we caused so much grief that the Avengers managed to shut it down. But I think they had some tugman on that particular launch party. But yes, so they're always launching, but they never succeed. There's always a problem and a glitch, and we'll fix that and get back to you on Wednesday. Or as I say, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Fingertips. Now, you could let Rift do all the work for you and and put your profits on autopilot by subscribing to the Rift auto trading engine. We have 3 licenses available, which you purchase via the 3FO platform.
Now, they've got a card called LQUID Pay as well, which I'm just going to do my thing. I can't help it, guys. But LQUID Pay, if you go to LQUIDPay.com, you'll actually find a website that I've set up. And in here, it goes on and on and on about LQUID Pay. Now, it used to be called 9Pay. But then once they got to be in the Bloomberg, which I didn't mention on his accolades, did they? On his accolades, he's been in Bloomberg Business Week. His Visa said in a statement that statement that it has no relationship with 9Pay. Vera deviated from its stated policy not to comment on individual companies, to say that not only does it not work with Anwar, but it also never heard of him. So here he is claiming that his credit card 9Pay was backed by Visa, and Visa said that they never heard of him in a statement when they don't even normally do that. Now Bloomberg reached out to him, so this is him. So just so you know, if you wanted to sign up for liquidpay.com, that's actually us. But if you went to liquidpay.finance, oh, that's me before I had a beard. Good morning, everyone. I'm Danny. Oh, I'm a bit hot on the mic. But if you go to Liquid Pay Finance, this was actually meant to be the first decentralized, whatever, on-chain bank, which is a load of rubbish. But this company name and brand turned up 2 weeks after Bloomberg exposed who he was, and he's still got Visa's name on their card. I don't know why Visa doesn't shut these websites down. Probably because I'll pop up again. But we've done a full expose. Now, this card, if you want it, is the best thing since sliced bread. If you pay $1,000 for this card, $550 of that money goes to the person that promoted it to you. So, no doubt, if we look at these plans that you see over here, these plans are all designed to be sold because this is all about recruitment, and the people that promote it are getting paid. And the whole platform's designed to make you believe that you're investing in your future. And if you take your money off the platform, you might get some of it off, but you won't get all of it off. And they're just hoping that it's going to get momentum, and they keep fishing for the ultimate scheme that's going to take the world by storm.
On the base network, we have Microflow, SmartFlow, and AlphaFlow. Microflow is $100. All 3 license subscriptions can be 2x or 3x via the 3FO affiliate model, depending on whether you stake Bitcoin code or not. And Microflow is giving you a more stable, automated trading strategy, and SmartFlow is $500, and again you can 2 or 3x that through 3FO, and it's giving you a slightly more aggressive, balanced trading strategy. AlphaFlow is $1,000, and again you can 2 or 3x that in 3FO, and this is giving you a more aggressive, higher performance.
So extraordinary claims, as Rob would say, I should say. Oh, that's a bit of a mouthful. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So if a company was claiming to do something like this, you really, really want them to show you on the blockchain how somebody actually deposited their money, where that money actually went. And if it's got claims of tripling your money within 365 days, this scheme's been going for, as far as I know, I think it's been going for about 3 or 4 months. So we should have some evidence of people who are doing what they're claiming. Other than that, it will be hidden behind the scenes.
Trading strategy. Each license is valid for 365 days. So, of course, you can choose the trading strategy that suits you best.
So once your money's invested and you haven't made your 3 times investments as they claim that you're going to do, you'll need to buy another license. But no, wait, you'll be encouraged to sign up for a new license and use the money that you've made on the platform to sign up again. The idea is that once your money goes in, it never comes out.
In Rift, we have a Rift referral.
This is actually looking very much like a pyramid
system. On the manual trading side, there is a 0.1% fee on every downline trade volume. 33% of that 0.1% trading fee is assigned to the builder's fee and dispersed to the network. That's us. Level 1, you get 25%, 6.25, 1.56, 0.39, 0.09. So if you've got $1,000 of downline trading volume, 1% of that is $1. 33% of that is, let me move the bar here. It's 33 cents. So on your level 1, you get 25 of that 33 cents, which is 0.825. On the auto trading side.
So I've never seen this presentation, and I've seen many of them. My first question is, what has this got to do with trading, and how can they guarantee any consistent incoming money? And where is the money coming from? We always say this. Where is the money actually coming from to get this payment for you? It's coming from recruitment. That's where the money's coming from. It's not coming from trading, even though they're coming under the umbrella of we're a trading company.
There is a 10% success fee on every downline 24-hour cycle, and approximately half of that is dispersed throughout the network. So on your level 1, you get 50%, 25%, 12.5%, 6.25%, and 3.125%. So For example, if you've got a downline trading cycle of $50, success fee is $5, which means the downline structure is $45. The network share is $2.50. On the level 1, you get $1.25. Now, what makes this unique is that this is an ongoing income. On all the other platforms, then it is
You're just a
it is
rifter.
usually a one-off payment, a one-off reward. But here in Rift, receive these, you want to call them commissions, on an ongoing basis.
Commissions.
So let's look at the 3FO income plan. So you can subscribe to the Rift Auto Trading License.
The Rift Auto Trading License.
Stake your Bitcoin code and you can earn hundreds of thousands of dollars of earning potential by leveraging the uni-level income plan and earning up to 15 levels deep. So level 1, you need 2 active directs, $1,000 of business volume, and that's 10% commission. Level 2, 3 active directs, $1,500 of business volume, and that's 5% commission. So that continues all the way down, and you can get paid 7 levels deep. So you have the ability to help
What's
lots
this
and
got to
lots
do
of
with
people
trading?
build a business, earn an income, and help them grow more and more and more. Of course, if you want to get paid 8 more, then you need to start hitting the ranks. So when you hit rank 1, you get paid 8,
and we
9,
go
10.
straight into multi-level
When you
marketing,
hit
don't
rank
we?
2, you'll get paid 11, 12, and 13. And when you hit rank 3, you get paid 14 and 15. The objective is to go a minimum of 20 people wide so you can get paid a maximum of 15 levels deep. Of course, we have a rank reward system to reward those that are contributing the most to the growth of this ecosystem. So you need the minimum number of active directs, the minimum business volume, the minimum team size, and the minimum of 3 active legs on a 40-30-30 ratio. And you need to maintain
I knew they'd mention my legs sooner or later.
So for rank 1, 3 active directs, $15,000 of business volume, a team of 30, you get $1,000. Rank 2, $45,000.
And now you know how he gets paid,
reward,
because he's hoping you're going to sign up underneath him.
Team volume, and you get $5,000. Just across these 3 ranks, you're claiming $9,000 in USDC.
USDC? Oh,
these
wow.
3 business volumes must be achieved from
They're going to have a bridge
Rift
that you
sales.
can transfer the money out.
The 40-30-30 system is this. The business volume for each rank must be distributed across 3 legs on a 40%, 30%, 30% ratio. You still get paid on your entire business.
Ooh, business.
But in order
now
to hit the rank, you need this specific amount of business volume split across 3 main legs on these ratios. It's the same for these 2 ranks also. These are about building foundations, and this is about leadership and helping others to build their foundations. Because if you want to hit rank 4, you've got to help 3 people to hit rank 3, and so on,
and so on,
across.
and so on.
Your reward for all of this work, effort, and collaboration is $10,000, $25,000, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, $5 million, and $10 million. Across all 10 ranks, you're claiming $16.5 million.
$16.5 million in 12 months.
This encourages balanced growth, drives leadership, and unlocks millionaire rewards that are 100% additive.
Yeah, name all the millionaires from rifting.
Bonus is a bonus. It does not
They're just a bunch of
part of
rifters.
the income stream in this ecosystem. So 2 platforms, multiple income streams. In 3FO, you subscribe to your Rift Auto Trading License, and you can 2x or 3x your subscription value by growing your 3FO community. In Rift, you can share your Rift referral link and grow your trading community. So
we've done, I mean, like, we really have done the bases. I actually, to be honest, I got tired of doing this sort of stuff for Shavez. Was just too exhausting, so I stopped. But I do remember when 3FO come out, we actually did this was when AI he was doing his opening, so we were telling him that they were getting raided. It was really quite cool. But we've gone into, the 3FO, and even, like, these schemes are all the same. They all have PDFs. Protocol yield is the one before. I don't even know what LFG was. Susie and Crypto G have been following this, like AI, Alpha AI. I just can't even keep up with all these different schemes. Alpha yield packs, earning potentials. They've all got earning potentials. And here we go again, the ignition pack 1, 2, and 3. Alpha yield pack plus pack start. And here we are. It's all multi-level marketing. So it's all recruitment. And every time you see these schemes come out, we've got 15 levels. They just reskin another PowerPoint presentation, and they just give it a new logo and call it something else. So we've got what happened to 3FO and all the people that were promised they were going to make millions of dollars. and what happens to the money that comes in. It's just like, where does it stop? But, you know, like the Avengers, you know, to give you an idea, is Doodoo. Doodoo, Capital 3, 9Pay, Bitcoin Code, LQUID Pay, Protocol Yield, right? All three companies that I've just opened up. So here's the, that's my PowerPoint presentation. So this is their website, Dodo Bird. Their website's collapsed. This is Capital 3, which was another website that was meant to do something amazing. This was 9Pay, which has been taken off the Wayback Machine. This was taken down 2 weeks after Bloomberg proved that they had no association with Visa, even though Visa has got their names all over the website. Next minute, we've got Bitcoin Code, right? So I'm going to show you all these here. So this is meant to be some amazing thing that never updates. And let's not get talking about Miranda. I wonder if Miranda is in here at all. Don't know. But LQUID Pay, that's the one I just showed you before. And then we've got Protocol Yield. Now, we actually found the company that provided the white label service for Protocol Yield. We reached out to them. They were horrified that they were providing a platform for Protocol Yield. Next minute, we see this company as a sponsor in Dubai associating themselves with, I've forgotten what it was called, something chain. But this isn't even their own software. So we went to the company that how we did it is we went to the terms and conditions of this company and found these terms and conditions were identical to another company providing identical services. And then we notified the company they were going to have meetings with us and yada, yada, yada. And long story short, they basically seem to have worked with the scammer. It was really crazy. But what I'm saying this for is Dodo Bird was a ripoff of this website, 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 that website, that website. So these are the companies that were legitimate companies who had similar names. And when we found, I'm getting back in my swing now, when we went to the support desk for this website and we went back to Chavez's version of Dodo, they had the same phone number and same email address as the genuine website on their Contact Us page. So they literally had copied this website. It was unreal. This one here is finally shut down, capital3.club. This is another version of Capital 3. So they pass off on other people's names. And these individuals are not scammers. Well, I don't know who they are. But what I'm getting at is they use companies that have an image, like 9Pay. This is a Vietnamese company. So when they initially launched 9Pay, they copied this Vietnamese company. And ironically now, their target audience is Vietnam. And they've got lots of presentations in Vietnam. And this is not a scam company. This is a legitimate company. But Shavez has opened up another company called 9Pay. Do you see where I'm going with this? But this one here, the Bitcoin Code. What's this website now? So this is meant to be a legitimate website. LQUID Group. Now, LQUID Group provides financial services, has an app and everything, but their name is slightly different. But similar sort of concept. So they pass off these people's names. Now, this is another one. So this was the white labeled service of Protocol Yield, and that is now shut down. So this is Zieglerny, which was the company that was providing the white labeled services. And we reached out to them and they were really good at the start and then they just ghosted us. And the next minute we see that Zieglerny was one of the major sponsors at a launch with LQUID Pay. And if you go into their terms and conditions, you will find their terms and conditions are exactly the same as Protocol Yield. They were just identical, which is absolutely batshit crazy. Yes, I'm just getting rid of a phone call. Anyway, so that's the sort of history of the company. So when I personally see, 3FO, and then now we've got a bunch of rifters, it is absolutely ridiculous because they're just rebranding the same shit, going after a slightly different audience.
And earn ongoing income from all of the trading fees that are generated in your network. And of course, you earn from your own trading activity also. So T's and C's, all earnings are calculated based on active subscriptions Rift license payouts are processed daily in USDC on the base network. Every RUSD withdrawal is subject to a fixed 5% admin fee. Internal transfers from the RUSD holdings wallet or income wallet to the transfer wallet are subject to 5% admin fee, while peer-to-peer fund transfers are subject to a 0% admin fee. To qualify for Unilevel, users must maintain the required number of active directs and BTCC staking. Rank rewards are paid once the criteria are met. Rift license income limits are applied per subscription based on staking ratio. Users must follow all platform terms, stay compliant, and avoid manipulation or stacking. Every subscription has a maximum potential earning limit of 2x or 3x, depending on BTCC staking. Once a user reaches their earning cap, all further income will be redirected to unclaimed income. To claim this unclaimed income, users must resubscribe the license subscription before the next business closing. Failure to top up in time may result in permanent forfeiture of unclaimed rewards. Once a package is purchased, BTCC staking cannot be added later to the same package. Level income from your team will not be credited if your self-activation package is lower than your downline package. To claim your unclaimed income, you must upgrade to an equivalent or higher package than your downline before the next business closing. Failure to top up result in permanent forfeiture of unclaimed. There you go. That's Rift in a coconut shell, making complex trading simple, fast, and profitable. Back over to you, Carl.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Okay.
Look at these numbskulls. So
What
really,
we got here? Any new people? No,
Here we go.
looks all pretty familiar. Everyone knows us and we know them. Good. All right. Well, we don't have to give away a miner today. Let's just do some screen sharing cycle and look at the new feature that I've added into mine.
are these guys mental?
Did I do the right screen? Yes, I did. We're getting better at this.
You're not meant to
Until I
read
end
this.
up with 4 screens and then I'll be totally
But
confused.
since when does a
Right,
company
new feature.
have?
I'm tracking where my available to reinvest is occurring. Yesterday, it was 9 o'clock, just as we started. Today, the same time zone, time period. First days, 2 days ago, I was doing it every 2 hours, and it wasn't enough.
I don't want to know what he
discretion
does
in
every
the
2 hours.
period,
Just
so I
saying.
decreased it to an hour. Today, same period. So I did my update, added income yesterday. So from today, I will complete a cycle where that influences over about here somewhere, and then probably the next day I will start doing what I plan, and that is to reinvest every time I have a $10 balance, and then I'll start recording at what time that was, because obviously that's going to increase and move backwards in time. These will come back across. You see, when at 10 o'clock last night, before I turned the lights out, I did a check and I had a balance of $7.90. So eventually these will move backwards, and that will be another late reinvestment. I'll have the 4 done, and then 5, then 6, going through time. And the goal is to maximize the yield or earnings. And this is a whole year in projection. This is the live, it follows that sort of pattern. This one is this column versus this column. And what that is this column is what I've actually earned. And
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Fantastic. What's up?
I'm just looking at this new thing you're doing, Rift.
Yeah.
What's it all that about?
Why are you asking?
Well, I'm just curious to know what's the difference between Rift and 3FO and Dodo Pay and all the other ones you've been promoting.
Well, why don't you just come along to a Zoom and find out?
Well, I was watching one now, Carl. And he hangs up. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's Carl Miller, the guy that's talking at the moment. Now I'll go back and say, we got cut off. Let's see if he wants to answer again.
The person you are calling is not available.
Now he's blocked me. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go. So Carl's still answering his phone. I just need to come along and find out about it. He doesn't want to tell me about it. So there's a good example there, guys, is, if this was a professional company and they had a decent product and a real product that wasn't trying to scam you or get your commission dollars of you, you think they wouldn't hang up on you like that and tell you to come along to a Zoom meeting. I mean, this is what we're talking about. We're talking to a bunch of amateurs.
the balance on that day, right? This is what from day one, with no additional income, just a standard 0.8, no variations that actually occurred. So you can see that my earnings, the balance is starting to diverge. Now this one, if I earn more through
What's he up to?
increased number of reinvests,
$670,
this
guys.
column here is the blue line.
These guys
and
would be
that's
better at
going to
doing
be
scam busting. They get paid
from
more
this
than that.
spreadsheet. So I just propagated that back to the other one because you can't do a chart across sheets, unfortunately. So if suddenly, they diverge like that, then the blue line will appear from behind the orange. So
Wow.
I will then be able to see how much better off over time I actually occur by reinvesting regularly versus just reinvesting.
So don't take your
once
money
a
off the
day.
platform. He is Australian.
Yesterday was a little bit down, 0.78 instead of 0.8, but I kept over the 0.8 average over the entire period. That's a 7-day average. Slightly
We're going to have
high.
over 5,000 people attending. So when you get started tonight, give it that person that invited
Here
you
we
and get your
go.
ticket. You don't want to miss or be locked out of this event. We're going to show you how you can learn and earn as well from 6, 7, and 8-figure income
So you want
earners.
to join
and
me
how
on
to
this one?
become just that as well.
So we'll pause
6,
Carl
7,
for a
and
wee bit.
8-figure income earner. Now, the next question is usually, Trisha, how do I start? And you guys, we're going to go ahead and address the price tonight. You're probably thinking you got to go to the bank, take out a loan, make sure your credit is straight, or you're up to limit on your credit card. Absolutely not.
I'm going to have a bit of fun here, so I'm going to log into a few.
You see the price right there. It's going to be $199.90 to get your business rocking and rolling. That's less than the cost of the smartphone you're holding in your hand tonight, less than the cost of those AirPods in your ears that you're listening to us on. And guess what? To keep your business open, there's an overhead of $59.90 a month. To keep your business running, you guys, that's just $2 a day. Guess what? We buy Starbucks coffee. I know a lot of you do. You guys, we call it a Starbucks latte. And guess what? That's just $2 a day, right? Now, something you guys need to know is this. The one thing that stops most people from becoming successful is cable, because people are too busy watching others build their empire instead of building their own. When I decided to cut my cable off and build my empire, I reached out to my success coach and I said, Coach, do you have cable? She said, Trisha, absolutely not. We have not had cable in years, right? And at that moment, I figured out the $200 I was paying for cable got my business rocking and rolling. The $60 the next month came out to $200 as well. And ever since then, you guys, it's been lights out and amazing. You pay this $199.90 one time. Everyone go ahead and light the chat up and put one time, because guess what? You never have to pay that again. Every single month is just $2 a day. Go ahead and put wow in the chat. Wow. So definitely get that link from the person that invited you and tell them you're ready to get your business started. You guys, it's time to make a decision. There's two types of people that we share this opportunity with. The first person says, I travel all the time, so why not make this my business so I can reduce the cost and earn some income, right? That's the only smart traveling that makes sense. Also, number one says, I understand the earning potential of helping people. When I get out there and help enough people get what they want, guess what? I'm going to get everything I want. I help people that are getting laid off from corporate America and thrown to the side like rag dolls. These people work overtime, you guys, and they never spend time with family. And guess what?
What?
Corporate America laid them off like they were nothing. Those number ones say, you know what, that will never ever happen to me again. They're ready to go ahead and get their business started tonight. I know there's some number twos. Number twos have questions. We're going to go ahead and get those questions answered tonight, because
if anyone wants to go in, use one of these names in the chat room.
Questions answered for you. There's no number threes, because number threes keep you from traveling. They keep you from making money, and they keep you in the position to where you keep getting laid off every time a company decides to downsize when the economy turns down. You guys, let's go ahead and turn our success belief up tonight. Let's turn all the way up. Tonight, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. The reason most people never become successful is because they never take that first step in becoming successful. But tonight, we're going to go ahead and take that first step, and those 1,000 miles will be right there with you, hand in hand, foot in foot, meet you at the best beaches of the world, right? And the banks. Every step of the way. We're going to go to London down Dover Street in our red bottoms. We're going to the Tiffany store with our Tiffany diamonds. So without further ado, let me be the first person to welcome you to the best place on the planet. Now, you guys, I just went ahead and finished with that money side. And I'm going to go ahead and move myself out of the way and bring up my beautiful sister in success, who's going to answer your questions tonight. Miss Shalonda Caldwell, do I have you on the line tonight, sis?
You do. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, sis. Go ahead and take it away tonight.
Perfect. You guys, go ahead and put some hearts in the chat for my sisters in success. We're breaking down this wonderful, incredible business opportunity for you guys. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm super excited about our next portion of the presentation.
Here we go. I'm going to kill the chat room.
It is a question and answer. We get to answer any of the questions that you may have jotted down or anything that came across your mind while listening to this information this evening. So If you are not able to come off of mute, that is okay. You don't have to put your camera on or anything like that. And you can also utilize the chat if you are.
Okay, so we're going to take the voice off chat.
And I'm going to ask
Hey, how can you actually make money out of this though? Because it's you're not going to make any money out of this,
are you
are
able
you?
to come off of mute?
There's no money to be made out of this, is there? It's all a scam, really. You're promising people. Oh, I have to go to another one.
I'm looking at the chat and I'm seeing some spam. I'm not seeing any questions.
It's you're not going to make any money out of this, so are you?
I guess.
Hold it. You're not going to make any money out of this. Hold it. I'm trying to get this. You're not going to make any money out of this though, because there's no money to be made, eh? It's just straight promising. No one makes money out of multi-level marketing. Here we go.
Hi, yes. This is Juwan Burton.
This is who?
Juwan Burton.
Juwan Burton. Are you a guest?
He's with me.
Juwan Burton. Okay. So let's see. Do we have any guests that were invited by any of our business partners on the line tonight?
I'm one of the business partners. I've been doing this for 10 years, never made a cent yet. It's bloody awful. It's just a crap, this, isn't it? And you're trying to figure out, you don't even, there we go.
And not make any money, sir. All right, let's see. How about Carl Millar? Are you able to come off of mute?
Yep. How you doing?
Carl?
Are you there? Are you there?
Feel free to utilize the chat. Okay, if you are a guest and you do end up having any questions, definitely get back with the person that invited you. They can guide you, direct you in the right direction,
I'm
and
off
get
mute
those
now.
questions answered for you for sure. Conclude this presentation by handing it over to my sister in success, Miss Angie, to give you her beautiful testimony. Miss Angie, do we have you on the line, sis?
Been removed. That was quite funny. Anyway, a bit of disruption. Where were we at? I've forgotten now. I get excited. But these people were the same people that were on earlier on, but they must have another crew on. So they get confused. I get confused and they let me back in again. I wouldn't let me back in again, just saying. So where were we? We were with Carl, and we were learning about how to do spreadsheets. Everyone that wants to do trading makes $670. And with his knowledge and with his, when he started with this program, he's made $607. It's brilliant. He should be a millionaire by now, Carl. He's been doing this for 5 years. Now, Carl lives in a caravan park an hour and a quarter out of, where does he live? An hour and a quarter out of Melbourne. And the guy that rents him the trailer he lives in has been on the phone to me telling me he's lost money to scams in the past. They're all the same. So he's literally like a squatter on somebody's land. And here's Carl trying to tell you how to make your fortunes.
Yeah, for the 60-odd day average. I've got that in a hidden column at the moment. What else have we got in here that's of interest to people? Pretty much that's it, really. So, as I said yesterday, keep coming, checking, see the results occurring and see if this line, how quickly it diverges. All right, how about your result, mate? I want to see what timing messages were.
I'll do a quick screen share here because I want to show this. So today I broke the $100 mark on a reinvest. So I did my first reinvest today that's over $100. I've actually added some more funding in as well, which you can see here. I waited until I did my reinvest so that I could reinvest both at the same time, one straight after the other. But now this is, I think this is going to be every day now. I'm going to be getting over $100.
I might let the man. Yeah, we're going to end it. Ain't nobody on here, so let's get off of here.
You're being broadcasted live on the internet. Everybody in here has been documented and reporting you to the FBI. Good job, guys. It's another meeting shut down. Well done. Oh, that's absolutely crazy. Oh, my God. That's so funny. All right, let's go see back to Geoff. So that's so funny. So we've actually managed to shut down their meeting for tonight. That's what we do. That's how we rock and roll. Woohoo!
Which I'll be reinvested, which is now, over $3,000 a month worth of reinvestment. Let me now share my screen on my mobile.
So all this effort, he's signed up for a $100 account. He's promoted to every Tom, Dick and Harry you can think of. And now he's claiming he's made $100. I mean, what the heck are these guys smoking? Hello, did we just see a screen there? Hold up. What's this conversation? Hold it. This is not. What have we got here? Hold it. Let's just go back. Right. So let's just stop there. So what are we looking at? Happy birthday today. It's Margie's birthday. Rift Protocol. What's ERIKA Capital? Rift Affiliate Marketing 3. Jappy 65. Thank you. Okay, so that's good. What's that one there? Rift Protocol.
Okay. So you can see.
I'm just going back to these other messages he had while he's flipping through. Just do this again. Okay, what's he got here? Screen hidden. Okay, so what's this here? It says, so basically $1.25 per day, per level, one account that has 6,250 minimum roughly anyway. What do you mean per level? My direct level 1S as per diagram 50%. Sign in that has 6,250. We know the breakdown. So different licenses brought so far. It's not based on sign up. It's based on trading volume. Oh my God. No. Do we know the breakdown of different licenses brought so far? No, we don't. So we don't know the trading volume of the different types of licenses being broken down. Same thing if I have 5 cycles, each predicting $50 per cycle. Oh my goodness. Are you really that desperate that you have to generate money doing it this way? If this is money, it's all Ponzi scheme. They're only divvying up the money. It's like you go to the bank gets $1 million dumped into the vault, and everyone that comes in are told that the bank's going to the moon and they're going to, there's no more money in the bank other than $1 million. And then they divvy it up to everybody to keep the people happy enough so they talk about the bank long enough so that the bank grows and gets another $1 million dumped into it. Then it's just going to divvy up that money until everyone's happy. That's what these schemes are doing. And they're so dumb. So these guys, they either get enough breadcrumbs or they get a little bit of money. Both I know Carl, for example, Joe is a driving instructor. We've reached out to the driving instructor company in England and we've reported him for being an idiot. Carl is unemployed. He's even, we believe, on an offenders list of some type, and I'll leave that to your imagination. We know that his last girlfriend was brought in from the Philippines. We've seen her on the camera with him every now and again. We've heard horrific things about his lifestyle that we just don't trust to even say on air. And now these guys are claiming that this is going to be your key to your financial future. It just can't get any sillier than this. Yeah, and what is Eric Capital? Good question, Suze. We'll find out soon. Let's have a wee look while you guys are doing other stuff.
So you can see 3,261 of total earnings. And now my engine portfolio is 13,687. You can see I've got some additional funds, 24-hour cycles that are still coming in, even after. I should really wait and do my reinvest at midnight and then do a reinvest the following midnight and then see what an entire 24-hour cycle is. But if you consider that I did $101 earlier on and there's $3.07 there, so that's $104, probably $105 of that I would have reinvested if I'd have waited until now. But I'm excited to see what my number here is going to be tomorrow once I've received my first 24-hour cycle that's going to combine the reinvest plus the new investment that I've put in. And you can see that here. That
we'll get to those other videos soon, Suze.
That deposit of funds there. I've now got $10,500 in the system that I put in. Let's go. Oops. Oh God, it's going all over the place. Here we go.
Eric.com.
5.29 million now in the pool, which is good. Good to see this increasing. Yeah, I think that's it. My referral income Referral income here, $215. So that's growing. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything. Exciting times ahead. We are starting to see,
Yes.
you know, now it's really 10 weeks now. So we've been seeing consistency.
What's Terra recruitment?
Almost, what's that? That's 2.5 months, almost 3 months. Long might it live.
Might it live? That never.
Just a technical point on that balance of the pool. I'm actually tracking that in column V on mine. I might actually crunch some numbers because that number is based on deposits into the pool, but earnings as well. So everybody's wallet combined. So it'd be interesting to see if the growth is wholly, partly, or only slightly contributed to income retained or new contributions or both. So I might crunch those numbers later just for something to do. All right.
There's just not enough numbers in the world.
I've got to keep my brain active. Yeah. That's the whole point. Even though I can't, 4 days ago, I cancelled the gym membership, everybody. That's $42 a fortnight that's going to go in here. All right. So I'm on a farm. Geez, I can find a branch.
He's on a farm. He's a squatter.
I've got one of those telemarketing exercise things. You pull on the ropes against your own weight and all of that sort of thing. I get a couple of milk bottles and fill them with water and do my arm curls, and I'll do some push-ups. I won't have to leave the farm at all, except to go buy more milk.
There's a scene, Carl, there's a scene in one of the Rocky movies where he's training in the snow and he's got a log on his shoulders. And I want to see that. I want to see you with a big log on your shoulders running across your farm.
Okay, well, you'll have to come here and take the photo because it's a bit hard to do a selfie in that situation. But yeah, I'm also going to, the next day or so, I'm going to rationalise my internet plan, my mobile plan, my electricity plan, and see if I can get that up to around $50 or $60 a fortnight, and put that in, because I've calculated that just the $42, I was actually showing some guy at the gym last night because I happened to have the spreadsheet on my phone available, and it turned out that it was going to be worth $40,000 at the end of the year, at the end of 1 year, and $300 or something thousand in 2 years. Just that $42 a fortnight going in rather than going to the gym that I can actually exercise here. So I was exercising the brain and the body at the same time. Okay, a little bit of an update. Somebody who from VidiLook days reached out to me and said, "You just did a post in the VidiLook group." Well, I'm not even in the VidiLook group anymore, but I did look into it, and it was what I suspected. It was that clone that I mentioned a while back, and I noticed that that clone is in the Rift Talk forum and the Shavez forum. So I let 3FO moderator and Lucky know, because Lucky's the admin in one of them, and she went in and found her clone at the same time. So keep an eye out, everybody.
Cloning.
The clones are still trying to scam people. The best way to protect yourself from knowing whether it's me or my clone is add me to your contacts on your particular Telegram, right? And then, but when you add me, stick Real or Fred or Blog or 3FO or Was or whatever. Stick something in front that only you use. You don't let anybody know that you can. They don't see it unless you share screen, of course. They don't see what your code word at the front of the name is. But whenever you get a message or see a message in any groups or on your own feed, you'll see that code word at the front, and you'll know it's the real Lucky, the real Joe, the real me.
They're going to ring up Carl and ask him why.
Yourself. They're still out there trying to.
While we connect your phone call.
We're just going to ring up Carl and see why he cancelled his membership. See what happens, eh?
Hello?
Yeah, why did you cancel your membership? Your gym membership? Carl? You got milk bottles now. You still living in Melbourne? You made $670 on your new platform. It's pretty good. Come on, Carl. Tell me why you cancelled your membership. You're live on the internet. Everyone wants to know. It's the biggest thing in the chat room at the moment. It's Danny DeHeck. You know who it is. Why did you cancel your membership? You can tell me. Do you want me to send you some dumbbells? Are you that hard up that you still haven't figured out how to make money on this yet? Are you still living at home alone? You're still in the paddock, are you, in your caravan, rented by your mate? Your mate rang me up one day and told me that he lost a whole lot of money to crypto. What about Vera and all the money she lost with Diversal? Did you see that Sarah Martin released a video about Hyperverse, the Guardian newspaper? They talk about Sam Lee, your buddy, that you used to promote all the time. He's a washed-up scammer. Carl, how can you sit here and listen to me talk and not respond, and then 2 hours ago you're on the internet telling everyone that they should sign up for grift, for God's sake? Don't you stand behind what you say you do? If this grift thing is the best thing since sliced bread, then why don't you at least talk about it rather than hiding behind the phone, rather than just abusing me? Have you seen the latest CoffeeZilla video? Well, the second to latest CoffeeZilla video where I busted a $328 million Ponzi scheme. The guy's been charged by America for a $328 million Ponzi scheme because of my investigation skills, my Avengers. We've been investigating Shavez for how long? And you're still promoting his corrupt rubbish. And you've got nothing to say about it. You've got no backbone, have you, Carl? And you were the most intelligent person out of all Chavez's crew. I'll give you the credit. You're the one that knows better. You know what you're doing is wrong, and you still promote this crap. You would be better helping me fight scams than promote them. And a little boy waits. You're just a coward, aren't you? I thought, you know this stuff. You know what you're doing is not right, and you continue to do it. You've just dropped the phone then, mate. Are you doing your milk bottle training at the moment, Carl? Are you lifting your milk bottles, or are you using your phone and doing arm curls because you haven't got a gym membership anymore? Have you really cut down how much money you spend on your internet so you can put more money into this platform so you can update your Excel spreadsheet? Let me play you a song. Okay? I'll get a song for you. This one here. I'll play my music for you. I know who you are. We know you are, Carl. I know what you've done. We know what you've done. If you're thinking of escaping with people's investments, I can assure you there's nowhere you can hide. Can't hide, mate. What I possess are a specific set of skills. You know what we do. So you don't want to talk to me, Carl? You're just going to listen on the phone? You're not doing anything rude, are you? Oh, I'm going to hang up. Just figured it out. So that was Carl Miller listening to me for 4 minutes with his phone off the hook, using my Florida phone number. Shall we could always try again, but there's no point really, is it? I mean, this is what I'm getting at. These guys, this guy on the screen right now, will be watching this right now. There's a link where he can join us, but they endorse these programs, but they will not get online and discuss the mechanics and go through the historical stuff. They are here telling you that Shavez is some amazing individual when they know that he come from India and he's not who he claims he is. It's all smoke and mirrors. So here's Carl.
Unfortunately, I'm not in that Video Look group anymore. I was still in one or two of those old groups, and as an admin, and I went in and I kicked the scammers out, and then I kicked everybody out, and I tried to close the groups. I wasn't the owner, so I couldn't close them. But all those people that I kicked out now are somewhat more protected because they're not in a group where the scammers are being active. But all our new groups,
The person you are calling is not available. Please leave a short message,
anything else, Joe?
and it will
I'll
be
bring
sent
up
as
the
an audio
outro.
message.
I believe that's everything. Yeah, Joy, tomorrow night, you're going to go through that now anyway.
Yeah. All right, sharing my screen.
Oop.
All right, so we're on Thursday's presentation, even though it's Friday for me. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is Shavez. Hopefully Shavez will be here tomorrow. Hopefully he will have a couple of exciting announcements to make as well. We've had a sort of clue as to one of them. Hopefully today they are doing what was supposed to be happening, and that is the uploading of every update that they need for Smart Money to go live for everybody. So we should hear about that, and something else that he's been planning as well.
So that is kind of funny that he's going to be doing that on Smart Money. Now, I don't know if you know, but Money Smart, if you go to Money Smart, is yeah. So if we go to Money Smart, so they're going to come out with a new program called Smart Money when their regulator, the regulator or the financial advisors for Australia that warn people of scams is called Money Smart. So that's a little bit of a controversial thing, isn't it, when you think about it? But anyway, let's listen to the end of this. We're nearly there.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays is your presentations, all 4 days, first 4 days of the week, 7 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK only and 2 p.m. Eastern. Your personal day on Saturday, and if there is a need, there will be a global call on Sunday, probably, but sometimes we might put it on a Saturday for other religions and faiths. Always reach out and find out where your upline is, but for most of you people, that is us. And don't forget, when you get somebody subscribed, get them in, get them onto a US prime time. It's only available through US prime time. Put the claim in, we'll send them the link. They deposit the information, and we will send them a free miner. All right.
A free
time for us to get on with our night or morning or day. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much, Carl. Thanks to Izzy and Sue. And of course, thanks to all of you for joining us. Make sure you're here with us tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. for UK prime time. As Carl said, fingers crossed, Shavez will have completed all of the updates to Smart Money, and he'll be with us to give us the rundown on that, and perhaps even do episode 13 of Rift Before You Quit. Lots is going to be happening over the next few weeks and months, I suspect, as we see more and more people coming in to our ecosystem. Now Rift is starting to get recognized in the wider blockchain space. People are talking about us. Only question is, will they be part of your team or somebody else's team? If you're not sharing your opportunity, then your business isn't going to grow. So this is the time to do it. We are still in the early stages, and this is where you can have the most impact on your business. So take advantage of the time that you have, because once it's gone, it's gone. There's no turning back the clock. Thanks very much, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night at UK prime time. Remember, there's no US prime time tomorrow. So after that, we will see you at the next. Well, if you're
14 people were on this meeting.
Good night, everyone. Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.
There you go. So well done. That was one of my vendors managed to grab that meeting. Thank you very much. Saved me sitting there doing it. If you do go to their website, go to Rift Official, you'll see numerous videos. I mean, look at the marketing slogan, Rift Before You Quit. I mean, you know, it just goes absolutely crazy. Susie, give me a couple of links. Let's have a look at this one and see this is a video worth having a quick look at. See what sort of stuff that they're publishing. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. So we've got, we've even got, what's her name? I saw her face there for a wee bit. What's her name?
General disclaimer.
Grace Zumba.
Welcome to this official product
There
presentation.
she is. Oh my goodness. It's like memory lane for me.
Time to bring your notebook and your pen and be ready. I'm telling you, you want to be ready now with that notebook. So to get us started, I am going to turn the mic over to Shiba Joe to give us a look at smart money and how that is going to change the game.
Oh my goodness. So here we go about smart money.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Grace. Thanks very much. Let me share my screen. So
Grace is
on
back.
Saturday, Shavez introduced us all to smart money, explaining how the institutions work and how they distribute funds and how they make their profits and guarantee that they're going to make profits. So that's what Shavez has now brought.
Any investment opportunity that guarantees you're going to make profits is a scam, ladies and gentlemen. There's no such thing. The world economy would fall over. Somebody with $1 trillion would put it down on the table if it was guaranteed and wipe out the world economy. It's not rocket science.
Into Rift, along with spot trading, which has just gone live, Of course, trading went live last week, I think it was, and all the other things that are going to be coming along as well. So we're going to have a look at the smart money system that is currently just being tested. So let me share my screen.
No, thanks. Look, we've had enough of him. So anyway, we started this presentation off. What we wanted to do is we wanted to go head to head with Shavez. I've put together a blog. It's we'll have a video here, where I'll cut out all the interruptions that we have when we're live and make a shorter video. So if you are watching this, hello, welcome to the blog reading. And as I've mentioned all the way through, if you are watching this, the shorter version of the video, we did record this session live and there's a lot more in-depth information. We did ring up Carl Miller and say good day to him. He wouldn't speak to us because he's too scared to. He's just a coward. But by all means, come in here, have a look at this blog. And if you are thinking about investing in Grift or Money Smart or Smart Money, whatever they call it, or any other product associated to these lads, by all means. Now, I were trying to find the website address for Affiliate Marketing 3.0. Now, because I'm a bit rusty here, I don't know if we actually managed to get that. Where is it? I don't think we actually have that link handy. But every time we look at their website address, I think it was weareallsatoshi.network, weareallsatoshi.network, and their websites seem to be offline. So this used to be Affiliate Marketing 3.0, and we'll show you this first. We can't believe you are the actual scammer. I don't know why people call me a scammer for. I've just been featured in the CoffeeZilla video with 4 million viewers about busting scammers. So it'd be a bit unusual for me to be in here. Just to show you that, like, this is my proudest moment. There's no denying it. But this guy here defrauded people in Florida of 328 million. Myself and my team took this guy down, and I even went to America to carry on busting his scams. I've got an investment opportunity. This sounds too good to be true. That is too good to be true. That they kept around the friends and family. They didn't do any public advertising other. So I sat there in CoffeeZilla's $10 million studio, met him, went and met his family, and obviously went to America to be interviewed with him. And you're in my chat room saying, I can't believe you're the actual scammer. Do you think a YouTuber that can put a video out and get 7 million views in 8 days is going to sit there and interview me and then listen to you saying I'm a scammer? I mean, it is absolutely batshit crazy. And not only that, if you go to theheck.com and you are struggling to figure out who this guy is and why I do what I do, you can come here and you can see that I've been featured in the New York Times, the printed edition. I've been in a Bloomberg documentary exposing Shavez Ahmed, the guy that we're just talking about right now, and Sam Lee. I've been in the Guardian newspaper. You come down to here and you can see all the newspapers that I've been featured in around the world, that have been saying, like ABC News in Australia. If you come down here, you'll see images of me, Sam Lee, and me sitting here. So you might be in your bunch of croonies and you might be in your travel show thinking you're selling multi-level marketing. You're not even allowed to use Zoom to promote multi-level marketing. And if you don't believe it, just because they don't stop you doesn't mean it's right. You can actually go into my website, theheck.com, and you can read the acceptable user guidelines that Zoom put out about their own platform. And in here, it tells you that you're not allowed to use their services for counterfeit goods and services, drug-controlled substances, human smuggling or trafficking, products made of endangered species, sexual services, gambling, betting, wagering activities, and get this, unauthorized multi-level marketing businesses. So if you're using their services, we can report you to Zoom or stolen goods. But notice the category that multi-level marketing is put in with Zoom's own user policy. It's absolutely crazy. So be in here, yell at me, call me names if you like, but why don't you wake up and listen to what we're actually saying and help us stop, this scam that we're doing at the moment, Rift. Now, Shavez Anwar is working for an organization called Hyper Capital. Hyper Capital used to hire Sam Lee. Sam Lee's been charged by America for his connection to a $1.9 billion scam. Sam Lee got so stupid that they had to kick him out. When they kicked him out, Shavez come along claiming that he had a long history of being the guru around the world for promoting these scams. It's all bullshit. We've proven it. And now Shavez is the head of the organization that has probably been ran by a human trafficking compound. Now, how do I know this? Well, I went to a seminar. I went to this seminar here called the Global Financial Crime Summit 2024 with 150 other delegates around the world who go after scams and the like. In that conference, we learned about money laundering, human trafficking compounds, and where all the money works, how they launder money into crypto, the whole 9 yards, everything. I met the chief of police from Cambodia. I met the cyber squad commander for the Philippines. I met ex-police officers that spend their whole lives fighting these crimes. That's what they do. And that's what I do. And I expose these organizations. And you sitting here telling us that I'm a scammer. And now we've just got a live meeting here somewhere.
Who was that? Vicky Poll.
Who?
Vicky Poll. Poll.
That's me.
Yeah.
Vicky Poll.
That's that guy. That's that damn guy.
Here we go. They're going to kick me out straight away, but just saw that coming up now. Just refreshing, so I've got the thing. So he just put me in the waiting room, Vicky Poll. So if you want to go to that one, that'd be quite good. We'll just actually, anyway, yeah, so that's a bit of a laugh. I just want to see if we can actually capitalize on that meeting that's going to happen, because I got removed. So let's see if I can go back in here with somebody else. I'll just open up another meeting. I'm just going to do this real, because if we get this meeting going, it'll be quite funny, really. So I wish I saw the names. The names. We're actually going. I had my camera on. Damn it. We're going to go to Dr. What's that guy's name? Dr. something. Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve. Let's try that. Let's just see if we can get back in there. Dr. Steve. He won't be able to help himself now. Oh, I know who I should have gone in there as. Tez Smith. Tez Smith. That's who I need to go in as. That's going to be a better name. Tez Smith. Yeah, that's going to get me in there. Hold up. Watch this. Right, there we go. Tez Smith will get in there. You watch. They don't know how clever we are. See how clever I am. Entering the meeting. So let's just see if we get in there as Tez Smith. Host is joined. They won't be able to resist that one. What a laugh. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so it's sort of ironic, the fact that I get called a scammer, which is quite cool. Yeah, Dr. Steve. So let's have a look at Shavez. So there's been a whole long of history. So is Shavez the man who's creating all these platforms? No, he's not. Even sit here and want to entertain it for a second. He's working for a criminal cartel network, which has probably been ran out of human trafficking compounds. When I was at this, when I was chasing down Sam Lee, they asked me, a lady putting together a presentation for the United Nations wanted to know whether I knew where Ryan Zhu was. Ryan Zhu was working with Sam Lee. They've just removed me. And Ryan Zhu had connections to human trafficking compounds. So what I'm getting at, they all come from Hyperverse, Hypercapital, Hyperfund, Hypercosmos, Hyper everything. And now we've got Shavez coming out with all these pieces of software using idiots like Carl Miller and the promoters to try to get some traction for their scams. When Sam Lee was running out of Dubai, he worked in a building that had 450 people working in that building. His flatmate was Carl Blakely. Well, I've forgotten his name, but Mr. Blakely. And he was living with Sam in the same house. And Sam was just like, it wasn't a flash house or anything like that, but they were using these guys. Anyway, they had this complex with Garrett Blakely, and they had 450 people working, and they were producing website after website. And one of the websites that came out of their scam factory was We Global, a scam that was not even connected to Hyperverse at the time. But Garrett, who's now back in California after he got his ass out of Dubai, doesn't like it anymore, was so grateful to get back home, told us a lot of the mechanics on how these scams work. So if you're signing up for this platform and you think it's real, true, and genuine, you're not. You're actually supporting, in my opinion, human trafficking compliance. So RIF Protocol, from LQUID Pay and Protocol Yield to the next chapter of Chavez's story. The future of trading isn't human. It's structured, automated, and intelligent. That statement sits at the heart of RIF Protocol marketing. And if you go to my blog, you'll be able to find the link. Visitors arriving at the website greet with promises of AI-driven execution, intelligent automation, non-custodial infrastructure, routing intelligence, automated trading engines, smart money strategies, and one-tap trade executions. The branding is modern, the presentation is polished, and the language is filled with references to technology, transparency, and future of finance. I mean, everything's in the future. Nothing's in the present. It's all speculation. You've got to have faith and hope to even invest in these opportunities. No guarantee, and I promise you, you'll never get a return on your investment unless you recruit. At first glance, Rift looks like another ambitious fintech startup attempting to simplify trading for everyday investors. But as I worked through the platform, public website, legal documents, memorandums, and supporting material, I quickly realized that Rift cannot be viewed in isolation. I understand Rift. So to understand Rift, you need to first understand the history behind the people and the companies behind it. So I followed the trail backwards, and further I dug into Rift, the more familiar everything began to feel. The project is likely linked, and as I said, likely linked to Shavez and Miranda Limited. Neither name was new to me. So if you go to Miranda and listen to Miranda is a company that they set up so they could get their LQUID Pay app into the Apple App Store. As you can see today, when you go to this website, it doesn't load, and it will come up with an error in the not too distant future, maybe in about 10 minutes time. But this is the company and the umbrella that they've created so that they can get their app into the Apple App Store, which is shocking. And now we find that this Rift has actually got Miranda Limited's name at the bottom of it. And as you can see, it times out you never get to load the website, which is ridiculous. So over the past 7 years, Shavez has been associated with growing collection of cryptocurrency and fintech ventures that have repeatedly promised to revolutionize some aspects of finance. He's not a financial regulated financial advisor, and he's got a fake he's got a proper certificate from the some university, but whether he did the online exam or somebody else did it for him, who would ever know? The branding has changed, the products have evolved, the marketing narratives have shifted with whatever trend happened to be attracting attention at the time. So if it's AI arbitrage trading, if it's credit cards, all the frauds that you can think of, all the scams that we bust, you can guarantee that they will bring out their version of it. It's like a different syndicate or another different criminal cartel network, and they're watching what one cartel network does over here, and they just mirror everything they do. It's whatever bullshit they can feed the consumer. What remains remarkably consistent is the underlying formula. First came projects tied to broader hyperverse ecosystem and ventures such as Stable Deo. Now, we just listened to a recording of Carl Miller in there, and Carl Miller was talking about VidiLook. VidiLook was a program that Sam Lee launched, and it was actually connected to Gareth Blakely. And the idea was that you watch outdated commercials that were tied to no company you could track, and you would watch these videos and you would get paid for watching videos. And even now, they're still watching the Telegram groups and telling you that there's impersonators in there claiming to be Carl, claiming to be Lucky, which is Chavez's sister. And they're still monitoring scams that have scammed people. Now, VideoLook has meant to have scammed people out of 14 to 15 million. Yes, 14 to 15 million. Didn't they do well? That was ran by Sam Lee. Sam Lee accused Gareth Blakely of stealing all the money. So then Gareth, after the scam had fallen over, received $50,000 from the stolen funds wallet. And Gareth blew that out of the water by saying, well, if the company has been scammed by me, then and there's no money left and everyone's money's gone, how come I've got this receipt here on the blockchain of receiving $50,000? I think it was $5,000 or $10,000 worth of commissions that he got, and also unpaid wages. And the person that paid him was Sam Lee. But Sam Lee at the time was accusing Garrett of stealing all the money, and that was their exit strategy for VideoLook. And then you've got Carl, and you've got, I've got his name already, the other idiot in the show there. And what they're doing is they are now promoting a new opportunity, but they're trying to they're not even trying to hide their association with a scam that they promoted previously and that people lost their money. So first came projects tied to the broader Hyperverse ecosystem, the ventures such as Stable Deo, which was Sam Lee, and then they had Stable Opinion, and then We Are All Satoshi. Then came 9Pay, later came LQUID Pay, I call it LQUID Pay, but I think LQUID Pay, that evolved to Protocol Yield, a platform promoting AI-powered trading rankings, profit trading, and social finance. And now they've got this new thing that we haven't even seen yet called Smart Money, or Money Smart, one of the two. We can get them around the other way. Now, the arrival of Rift marketing and a sophisticated automated trading ecosystem built on artificial intelligence and execution infrastructure. What the heck? Viewed separately, each project appears unique. Viewed together, they look like chapters in the same story. Yes, it's just another one. Warnings that changed everything. One of the most important pieces of evidence surrounding this network is not found on any Rift website. It comes from New Zealand Financial Markets Authority, what we call the FMA. In January 2026, the FMA issued a warning, and the warning was basically stay away from this company. They have to be PC, not like us. They suspect they could be running a scam. And look at that, it's not even loading. What the heck's going on there? FMA, LQUID Pay, let's try that again. Why is that not loading, Danny? Did I muck up something? Something's not right. I'm going to actually find it though, because I want to make sure that's linking through. So 1 minute, please, caller. We will go financial. Something's not right. Oh, no, there it is. So maybe it is right. Maybe their website can't handle the loads that they're getting for people looking it up after watching my videos. So that's funny. I'm going to try that one more time though, but that's really good when your financial advisor's website's struggling to load. Maybe they need to put it on Cloudflare. Anyway, when we go there, if it ever loads, there it is. Finally got there. LQUID Pay Finance. So LQUID Pay misrepresented New Zealand. And the real crazy thing, and this is a bit of a bitch in it, but there's We Are All Satoshi and Boomerang, which is the other arbitrage trading platform they had that people lost. We watched $150,000 a day, $200,000, $300,000 a day disappear for people signing up for these licenses. And you can see all the other schemes that I've just mentioned all listed here, which is really, really hard case. But we always have battles for them to update this information because they don't really update it all. But anyway, that was what we've got. That's real. You can't deny that. It's in there. It mentions all the companies that he's associated with. If you go through my YouTube channel, we can see other videos where Shavez and Carl and Stupid Face are promoting these same schemes that have all fallen over. And we've got the receipts. Regarding LQUID Pay, according to the regulators, LQUID Pay was operating in New Zealand without complying with New Zealand financial legislation. Now, I do remember, would you believe, because they had a page on their website that was about this long, and it had little wee tiny text, and it said that New Zealand is excluded from this app, then they said that they didn't need to put out the FMA said they didn't need to put out a warning or update their warning because they had it in their terms and conditions that New Zealand were not allowed to participate. So we went back to our regulated financial advisor and said, well, we've got New Zealanders that think it's real, who are promoting this on Zoom meetings, who have actually signed up for the platform. So how can you not put a warning out about this company, LQUID Pay? And it was just absolutely batshit crazy, you know, and it's sort of hard for me not to go there and show you that sort of stuff, but then I think I kind of, I have an obligation to do so to somewhere. But if we went, and this is how crazy it is when we're trying to work with government agencies, they just don't help us out. So if I went to LQUID Pay and let's say it loaded, which it didn't, liquidfinance.com. So what is it with their websites? Do they not load anymore? I don't even know how that works. If I spelt that right. So if I go to, I've got a better shot of keeping, I've got a more of a shot keeping this website going. This is why they've spelt the name. They haven't, have they? Have I copied it wrong? You've got to be kidding me. Oh my God. So they have literally spelt the name wrong in the email addresses. Look at this. I thought it was spelt wrong. They've forgot to put the word pay in it. So LQUID Pay, and then they've put the email addresses as liquid.finance. I mean, what the heck? Oh, but anyway, let's go back to here. So we're here now, and we go to the bottom, and we go to the, I think it's the terms of the service. Yeah, so we go to privacy. I'm just going to open them all. Yeah, so if you go to the terms of service, right, and this is how it worked, okay? So you can read all this, can't you? Sure you can. So all this tiny little writing. And the FMA, my New Zealand regulated financial advisor, said because they have New Zealand mentioned in this line somewhere in here, there's New Zealand. So there's New Zealand, right? And somebody's going to look this up before they sign up and download it off the Apple App Store, even though it's available in the New Zealand Apple App Store. And when you get to the end, it says not supported. And for that reason, we yelled and yelled at the New Zealand financial advisor to update their records to add LQUID Pay. And what do you know? They finally added it. It's just, you know, it's just how frustrating it is working with government, trying to get stuff done. So anyway, so we finally got the FMA issued a warning. According to the regulator, LQUID Pay has operated in New Zealand without complying to New Zealand financial markets legislation. So they're doing things against the law. So if you want to be a lawful citizen, then you would not have anything to do with LQUID Pay or RIF, because it's all ran by the same organisation. The FMA stated that the company's chief executive had made false and misleading statements regarding compliance with New Zealand law and trademark regulations. The warning became even more significant when the regulator referenced protocol yield. So when you look at protocol yield, which is one of the scams I showed you earlier on, they're basically saying it's all in the same book, as I just mentioned. According to the FMA, Protocol Yield had incorrectly stated that its parent company, MARIDA Limited, was licensed in Hong Kong. So now, if like we just did before, we went to one of those companies, didn't we? And we went to show you Miranda, and their website doesn't even load. So now they realise that if they have a website that's loading soon, no government department's going to come back in 3 days' time and check it. It's crazy. The regulators went on to say, actually, I tell you something, though. I am kind of interested, though. One thing I haven't done, I'm just wondering if I have it handy. Where's my website? Because this would be really interesting. So, have I not got it linked? I'm just going to try something because I want to bring up the website because I find it fascinating because I can put it in the Wayback Machine. I never thought of doing that. So let's go to Miranda. We'll go to our own blog and let's see if I can find it. There it is, Miranda Limited. So hopefully that will load partially, well, not at all. Or we can come here and just right click on it, might be quicker. Copy website, oh, damn. Copy website address, copy link address. Now we want to go to archive.org and you'll see what a basic website this is. So it's like all of a sudden this company that they have is some miracle company. So you can see how new this company. Now, this company is meant to be world-class, state-of-the-art, the biggest thing since sliced bread, developing one opportunity from another. And I'll go back to when it originally was indexed. And now they've been indexed 3 times by the Wayback Machine, or maybe more times. It does say normally at the top. It's been indexed a few times. But now we'll try and load their amazing website. Now, you'd expect to see state-of-the-art something popping up about now. And the website address, look at this, how to win Gen AI. So that's the first grab from the Wayback Machine. And for the record, it's had 8 captures. Now we're on capture number 2, where it says Trending Insights, Technology Trends 2024, what to read next. And it's just crap. All right, so somewhere along the line here, now we've got a little bit more detail. And then the last grab, hopefully, is going to be the real deal. And if I do have the real deal, I will be actually updating this capture. But it's just ridiculous that, that a company like this is meant to be the umbrella that keeps it all going. And look, I'm just struggling here to even get anything to load that represents a genuine company. But if you went to the FMA and reported this company for not having, a proper like if you're going to invest in this company and it all goes pear-shaped, theoretically, you should be able to go back to the main company, which is there, and bring up a website with contact details, with a proper, structure and the whole 9 yards. But no, you can't. It's just a total joke. I'm just whoosh it loaded. So we've got error 522, which is what Susie probably said in the chat room. It's just crap. So, where do you stop the crap? It is crap. Crap and crap, crap and crap. So anyway, what I'm getting at, guys, what I'm really stressing here is this is how stupid, when we bust these scams, how much energy that goes into getting the government to put up these warnings. And in the meantime, we've seen it before, hundreds of thousands of dollars have been scammed on a daily basis from these very companies that we're trying to stop. The FMA stated that the company's chief executive made false, misleading statements regarding compliance in New Zealand law and trademark registration. Now, you probably don't realize this. The trademark registration is they were in a video. We gave it to the FMA, and they were using the trademark registration to come after me in the courts, claiming that I had broken their trademark. But in the video, they also claimed that they had trademarks on their name and brand and the like, and they didn't. And then the FMA's picked up on it and now used it against them, which is absolutely fantastic. According to the FMA, Protocol Yield had incorrectly stated that its parent company, Miranda Limited, was licensed in Hong Kong. The regulators went on to state that misrepresentation of regulatory status is commonly associated with scam operations. So basically label them as a scam company. That warning sits uncomfortably alongside Rift's current marketing. The same Miranda name appears throughout the Rift ecosystem. The same founder remains at the center. The same promises of innovation, financial transformation continues to be made. When a regulator has already raised concerns about compliance claims linked to the same corporate structure, it becomes impossible to simply accept the latest narrative at face values. So that's the company. The crypto cards to AI trading. One of the most fascinating aspects of this investigation is watching how the narrative has evolved over time. LQUID Pay promised to transform spending through cryptocurrency debit cards, not a credit card, a debit card. So you had to load your crypto onto it. You could go into an ATM machine and use it. And then these cards were going to cost you $1,000, and somebody who pushed you in front of the cliff would get $550 commission for selling you a card that's overpriced. And then all of a sudden we got all these credit card scams where people were all producing these white label cards. Now, anybody, to a certain degree, if you have a company structure like Miranda, can pay $30,000 to have a white label credit card set up. And they basically get these credit cards set up, and then they sell 30 of them, and they're broken even. LQUID Pay promised to transfer spending through credit cards. It was right, we read that. When those promises failed to materialize, the focus shifted. Protocol Yield moved away from payments towards investing. Now, investing is a fantastic thing for a criminal network, because when you put your money in, you're told to leave it there and don't be stupid if you pull it out. Suddenly, the emphasis was on AI scoring system, profit sharing, trader ranking, social finance. Investors were encouraged to trust sophisticated algorithms and experienced traders rather than attempting to navigate the markets themselves. Now Rift has arrived. Terminology has changed once again. Artificial intelligence is becoming routing intelligence. Trader rankings become smart money. I'm glad we got that word in there. Profit sharing has become automated execution. Social finance has become trading infrastructure. Yet beneath the new branding, many of the same theme remains visible. Technology, automation, passive participation, community growth, and the promise that complex financial markets can now somehow be made easy. Now, if you think you're a day trader, for God's sake, show me how to do it, because I know it's complicated. I know it takes years of experience, and there's no such thing as guaranteed trading results, unlike these platforms that want your money to sign up for a package. And then if you're doing what Stupid does, Carl Miller, you're going to use an Excel sheet to keep track of all your highs and lows. It's ridiculous. The number that demands validation. As I worked through the Rift memorandum and supported material, I eventually arrived at what appeared to be evidence that everything was working exactly as advertised. Potentially displayed on the website was performance snapshots showing more than 1,000 registered users. Well, prove it. Over 54 executed trades, and get this, $45.7 million in trading volume. That's what they claim. Now, there's no proof of that whatsoever, and that alone is enough to call this a scam. The platform also claimed that the average win rate, get this, was 57.9%. At least it wasn't like BG Wealth Sharing, where they were claiming 99.6% win rates. But then when they lose, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, well, there's no guarantee. But if you were a gambler and you could walk into the local casino or the TAB, I don't know if you call them TABs in America, and they told you that you had a 57% of automated trading success rate, what would you do? I mean, you'd bid 5 times and be a multimillionaire. But this is ridiculous. Alongside a highest record return investment of 47.76. So basically what they're saying is over the long period of they've been going, they have basically guaranteed returns of 47.76%. At first glance, these figures appear designed to reassure visitors that Rift, you're a bunch of Rifters, is already gaining traction and the producing results, I should say. The problem is that the numbers by themselves prove very little. What matters is how they were calculated, who verified them, and whether they can be independently confirmed. The claim win rates is a perfect example. Get this, a 57.9% win rate sounds impressive until you begin asking basic questions. Does that figure represent every trade on the platform or selected strategies? Does it cover a week, a month, or an entire life of the project? Now remember, every 360 days, you need to buy a new license. So if they were going to put a 365-day limit on your license, then you think they would return it with putting a time period on this claim. Because how can they tell you 365 days is the life of a license and then give you stats like this and not mention this was over 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a week, a day, or an hour? Now, I'm not going to go into other scams that they've done before, but we did have Shavez doing a trade on the first week when crypto was scoring rocket high, and they waited to launch their platform on the week when crypto was recovering majorly. And it made all the stats of protocol yield look impressive. But then since then, the tide has been coming out, and as Warren Buffett says, you can see who's been swimming naked when the tide goes out. It's the same deal. It's like all these anyway, but what I'm claiming here, we want to know the dates, the times. Where losing trades, where were the losing trades executed? Were closed positions measured directly from open ones. Without transparency, the figure becomes a marketing statistic rather than evidence. That's crazy. What have we got? Game of Mystify. Nice to see you here. Missing some of the conversations in the chat room. How that's how you day trade. That's how you day trade. I think you've been sarcastic. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button then. I didn't mean to remove from broadcast. I'll just put you back. Hopefully oh, there we go, add to broadcast. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. No offense there. Copy and paste non-linears. That's all they are. Again, I find myself wondering if they are a money printing machine. Why do they need my money? Well, that's so true. And that's a very, very good thing. And I've heard this argument before and I've used it myself many times. If it was so good, why do they need your money? It's not rocket science. Any company that claims that they've got a history that's better than a sliced cheese or sliced bread could use their own money. And if they've got a 57.9% success rate, then they can't lose. They don't need your money. And if they were doing so well, why don't they keep their mouth shut and keep it in the office? So anyway, without transparency, as I said, that was a load of rubbish. The same applies to the claim 47.76% return on the investment. Was that achieved by one trader, one strategy, one isolated trade? Was it just a fluke? Okay. Was average, what leverage involved? Now remember, this is really important because what are we looking at here? We're looking at a trading platform. We're not looking at give me your money, walk away, come back 10 years later and you're a non-millionaire. We're looking at a trading platform that's educating people. I would believe that it would be a really good idea to show people how this is all working, to get them excited so they realize that there really is automation going on. But the only automation I can see is them taking your money and you kissing it goodbye. Was it sustained over time or simply a snapshot of a favorite market condition? The website proves, and was it done before or after the trade? I've got to ask. The website proves the headline number, but none of the context necessary to validate is significance. Its significance. So there's nothing to prove it. This pattern appears repeatedly throughout Rift ecosystem. Impressive figures are presented as proof of success, yet the underlying data needs to be independently verified. Those claims that remain consistent. So I'll be honest, guys. I actually haven't looked at this website, and I feel like I'm actually forgetting what I'm looking at here. I'm just going to have a look at it at first glance because somebody remind me that we're at smart money position before I go all the way to the top here. I'm actually now going to open up Rift's website. I'm going to go back to Money Smart so I know where I'm up to because that would be hopeless. And we're now looking at the website. I don't even think I brought up the website today yet. Got too excited with all the other stuff that was going on as I was recording this live. AI identifies the opportunity. You execute with a swipe. Entry risk target execution in milliseconds. Boy, it sounds like it. There's no proof of it though. So we got Rift. We're going to be looking at the future of trading execution. Have I got that right? I hope I have. Probably haven't.
Execution.
Oh my God, I got it right. That's a few one. Swipe, execute, capture, optimize, repeat. Who does their marketing? That's so awesome. Rift enables future trading across multiple assets classes through a single infrastructure layer. I love it, loving it. It just sounds like me 100%. So let's go down. Now we've got pictures on the phone here. Precision shorting for global marketeers built on non-custodial infrastructure. Oh, yes, I don't want anything to do with the world. I just want to live on the planet. I want to stop at all the red lights, but I don't want anything to do with the red world. I just want to drive a flash car that somebody else has made that goes really fast. Routing intelligent engines, smarter trade execution across every liquidity layer. Rift is routing intelligence. Oh, look, I'm not even going to read it, but you can have a wee look here, and if it gets you excited, go buy yourself a $100 membership and show me how good it is in a couple of weeks' time. And look, to perfectly honest, this website text is very hard to read. All transactions are recorded on chain, allowing every trade to be independently verified with full accuracy and accountability. So like they said, have we found these successful trades from another organization? How old were they? Were they executed by Rift, or they just happened to be a good trade that somebody else saw and we'll put our name on it and say that we did it? Who knows? But you need to, if you're going to make extraordinary claims, you need to provide extraordinary evidence. Oh, it's just too boring otherwise. Oh boy, look at this. And look what have we got here? Low execution latency. Oh yeah, look, he's got all the graphics to go with it. Shavez, you've really got a good website development team now, haven't you? So where are we up to? We're getting through all this. A new layer of trade. Remember when we learned how to do scrolling messages, website developers? It was so fun, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. What have we got now? Have we got the trading infrastructure? Can you speed this up a little bit next time I'm here? I haven't got all day. What if I can put the website on 2 times? I don't know. Infrastructure. Oh, here we go. A new era. Let me guess. Era? No. Latency? Layer. A new layer. Oh, here we go. Of transparency. Transaction. Transvestite, I don't know, trade a new layer of trading infrastructure, infrastructure, come on, it's coming, infrastructure, I got it right. This is like, what was that program in the 70s or 80s, and they had all the items come down on the conveyor belt, and you had to memorize them, and then if you could memorize them, you could keep them. Oh, well, that's good. That was great. I'm glad I stayed there. Execute intelligence at the core. Integrate systems for modern markets. Build on the future of trading. And that's it. We're here at the bottom. We're stuck. And then that's it. We can go to the X now. The X is normally shut down. And the X, this is the trading of the future, right? The people that are giving you trading tips and results and telling you how to do it, they've never posted on their X account. Isn't that crazy? Let's go to their Facebook page. Now I've got Facebook again. I haven't got Facebook. The reason I've got this is crap, man. We've got 5,300 followers on their Facebook page. They're not following anybody. Now, anyone would put a 7 in the chat room if you think this is a real 5,300 followers, right? 15 hours ago, they posted Rift automated trading engine. Keep climbing upwards. Everything's going upwards. So everything in this picture is going up. It's guaranteed 47 point something percent guaranteed trading rates. That's absolutely brilliant. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Their email address is a Gmail email address. I mean, this gets better and better and better. And they've got 2 reviews. Let me guess. Carl, Apex Group, Dan. We've got Dan. He's their man. Let's click on his name. Let's click on this. This is a business one here that you can't click on. Completely amazing breakthrough protocol. So let's just have a look at Dan. Who's Danny, man? Oh, I got to log in. Oh, I haven't got time. Oh, no, we don't need to log in. What have we got? Dan's a Christian. He's got pills. That's always good. And he's from Vietnam. So that's probably somebody. And he's got, oh yeah, he looks real. Look at him. Does those sunglasses look real? They haven't even got the edges on the sock that go around your ears. It's sitting on his face. I think that was one of those pictures that you've got. Anyway, we can tell you that Mary, Mother of God, loves him. But that's it. So we've got the Facebook page. What else have we got here? We'll go for one more. Instagram. That will just have the same shit going on all the time. It says, see photos, videos, more official, sign up, login. Oh, I haven't got time for that. But let's have a look. Oh, look at this. Everyday happy trade. And we've got 12 photos. 12 photos. You just can't get any better than that, guys. All right, let's get into it. Dan, he's our man. You can't stop him. No one can. Okay, smart money positioning. One section of the memorandum introduces that Rift calls smart money. According to the platform, users can participate in trading books operated by approved traders. Oh, I see. Through mirror wallet infrastructure. I thought this was all AI. So now we're going to do trading books operated by approved traders. So there's actually traders here that are doing the trading, but I thought that you were doing AI trading. I'm a wee bit confused now. Through mirror wallet infrastructure, subscribers automatically replicate trading activity while maintaining visibility over the capital. I don't get that. So let me get this right. I go onto the internet and I find a trade I do the trade, I make money. I'm so clever. And then all of a sudden I can see what I did yesterday and do the same thing today and get the same results. That's what they're saying. The concept is persistent. Is that the word?
Presented.
Presented as a sophisticated evolution of trading, cutting, copying, painting, trading. So imagine this, guys. Just stick with me for a while. My thing is that this trading stuff is just going to get easier and easier and easier. Now we've got AI trading, automation. All you have to do is give them your $100 and you're good to go. If everyone in the world employs this, the trading will fall over, because it's just how it works. Everyone's just got all this money available to keep throwing it into platforms so they can trade all day long. It's going to be a lovely planet we live on. What interested me wasn't the technology itself, but the lack of information surrounding the people operating these trading books. Who are they? Who are these traders that want to help other people copy their trading? I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, us YouTubers, we do share a little bit. I suppose we're a bit more giving. But some YouTubers don't want to share their audience. I share my audience because I think if I can give you value and somebody else can give you different type of value, why not share the same audience? And a good person that comes to mind is the beautiful Queen of Karma, which is Dan. He's our man. She's in our chat room. Actually, for some reason, I thought you were Susie. These new logos are starting to get a bit more complicated. So if you go to Queen of Karma's channel, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Just search for Queen of Karma and you'll find it, or you can get clever and I think you can type in Queen of Karma, blah, blah, blah. She has a whole lot of lovely videos and you'll find her often on my YouTube channel, and we go after the same individuals. So check out her YouTube channel. But, that's what I'm saying is if these day traders, are helping people, they must want to do that. They're not doing under duress. So if they do want to help other people, then why don't they name these individuals? Makes it a whole lot clearer. Like if I want to form an alliance with Queen of Karma, I'm not going to tell you that I've got this amazing YouTuber lady who reads stuff really well, and I'm going to connect with her. I'm going to tell you Queen of Karma, Queen of Karma, Queen of Karma. You know what I mean? And while we're on the Queen of Karma band soapbox, if you go to my website, you hold your mouse over blogs and you go into anti-MLM and cults, you can go in here and you can read her accolade of blogs that she posts on my blog. And just the other day, we did have a bit of fun. She did a deep dive on an individual that I stumbled across, and it was so funny. I think it was Mr. I wonder if it's Handy. And it was just ironic that she was basically already had done a blog on my website against an individual that I was talking about. I'd have to search for him, but I think it's Taz. I'd have to search for him. But I will search for it because I thought it was so funny. But if you search for Taz Smith on my website, here I am doing a talk about who is this guy. And I search for him and I find this article that Queen of Karma's put together all about him. And it's in a video. Good, you're embedding your videos. Good. And look at this. It's so cool. So, I get the whole idea. I'm not going to play your video, though. I get the whole idea of networking. And when a company like this says that they've got their own traders, and they're going to be doing trading, then the obvious thing is, well, let us know the names of these traders and the very little. I mean, we don't have to see them doing the trading, but would be nice. Who are they? What qualifications do they process? What regulatory framework applies to their activity? Who are they? Who are they selected? How are they selected? How are conflicts of interest managed? How does the ecosystem actually work? What independent oversight exists? The memorandum spends considerable time explaining how the system works, but comparatively little time explaining who is actually responsible for managing capital and making decisions. I mean, this is true. I mean, if I'm going to do trading, I don't know. So let me figure this out. I'm a day trader and I'm really good at it. I have a 50% success rate in everything I do. And I all of a sudden realized that I need a little bit of extra income. To hear me out here. And then all of a sudden I go off to a company that says, look, we'll pay you nothing. Oh no, they must be paying me something. So there's a little bit more of your money coming out. And I'm just going to share all my experience, knowledge and skills. And then they're going to give me a budget of $1 million maybe, or maybe $1,000 to go away and trade, just like it's my own money. Or they're just going to say, do you mind if we plug in a bit of software on the back of your computer and everything that you do, we're just going to copy it. And then we're going to sell it through a multi-level marketing platform and make people millions of dollars. And you're sitting there going, okay, that sounds good. What a load of crap. When real money is involved, that distinction matters. Affiliate engine hidden in plain sights. The most revealing section of the entire memorandum, I might call it memory. I might just call the entire, how do we pronounce that word?
Memorandum.
Oh, it's not going to work. Memorandum is not the technology discussion, it's the growth strategy. Rift repeatedly describes expansion through affiliate communities, community incentives, digital distribution channels, and global network ethics. Entire sections are dedicated to explaining how affiliates, educators, and community leaders, whatever that means, will drive adoption around the world. There's that word I don't like again. And while we're here, I think it would only be, so if I go to my database, which I really want to put on the next tab closest there, my database, we can click on home, we can click on Ponzi schemes and scams, we can go to my liquidity page. So this is basically all the scams that I've been busting in the past. If I go to multi-level marketers, we can go into, where are they? Where's our boyfriend? I think we've got Lee. Is Lee in here? Tell me he's got to be here. Oh, I haven't got. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, hold up. We've got to go to Sam Lee. Sam Lee used to be a real cool kung fu fighter, didn't he? There's Sam Lee here. Now I think. Oh, I don't have it handy. I thought. I must have it somewhere else. Anyway, let's just go back here. So I've got Sam Lee, and now we're going to go to Ponzi schemes and scams, hyperverse. Screenshots. Now this is really funny. I got to tell you something. This is just things I get distracted with. First of all, I just need to fix up something here. Hyperverse and scams. People. Well, what have I done here? Oh, marketers. I've just gone completely wrong here. But that's the picture I wanted. But then I saw something else I wanted to show you that was quite funny. So we're going to go into screenshots. And we're going to look at this picture here. So when we saw this picture here, this was how we busted the software company. This was Pinicky Nark. And the wallpaper behind this fella here was exactly the same wallpaper inside the offices of VidiLook. And then we said, hold on a minute. How did this wallpaper turn up in here? It's too much of a coincidence. And then we figured out they were all operating out of the same offices. And that's how we connected a lot of it. So we've had a lot of fun doing that. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to show you. This graph here is what I wanted to show you. And this is Hypertech Group, Hypercapital, Hyperfund, Hyperverse, Hypernation, Hypercosmos, and then Diversal. Just showed you a picture of them promoting Diversal. Show them all linked together. So this is their hyperfund mining, gaming, education, media, digital wallet, online mechanics. Over here, we've got all the different tokens that they had. Hcash, HU dollars. Then we've got, and why I thought of this graph was hyper community. You can't quite see it, but trust me, there's a word that's saying hyper community here. So all this stuff that we're seeing is just the same shit, but a different day. Now we want to actually come here and go multi-level marketers, and somewhere in here I want to add Sam Lee, because I'm sure I thought I had Sam Lee in here, but anyway, not important. So that's how our database works. Go back to here, and I think that's why I started explaining that. Anyway, the memorandum even references executives' distribution rights involving the 3FO community. This is significant because it demonstrates the affiliate-driven expansion is not a side feature of the platform. It appears to be the central to the business model. So the whole lot isn't around trading. The whole lot is about marketing and referrals and building this and bringing in people. Throughout the presentation, community growth is portrayed as a competitive advantage. Yeah, so if you grow your community, you're going to be benefited more than you would by trading. New users bring additional activity. Additional activity drives platform's engagement. Platform encouragement drives revenue. So you're getting incentives from recruiting more than trading. If you just went there and traded only, you would never make any money, and I guarantee that you'll never make your money back within a year. You'll never make your money back anyway unless you push your friends and families into this. And that's what we're doing. We're at the top of the cliff telling people before they get thrown off by their referral multi-level marketing buddy, halt, I'll get the supervisor. That creates an important question for prospective participants. If Rift primarily is a trading platform, what happens to those affiliates, or is it an affiliate-driven growth model wrapped around a trading platform? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's not rocket science, it's the hex science. The answer matters because history has shown us that incentives within those two models can be completely different. Follow the money. That's what we like to do. One of the most revealing sections of the memorandum is the section called Platform Economics, and this is where it gets good. Unlike many projects that attempt to obscure how revenue is generated, Rift openly explains the mechanics in its own business model. Revenue is tied directly to user activity. The more users join, the more trades they place. The larger their balance becomes and more frequently they interact with the platform. So if you all help promote this to your friends and family, everyone's going to benefit. The greater the revenue, the opportunity becomes for the business itself. It's definitely not a business. The memorandum repeatedly highlights that automation increases participation, increased engagement increases activity, trading activity. In other words, the platform's own documentation acknowledged that automated systems are expected to encourage users to trade more frequently than they would otherwise. From a commercial perspective, that makes perfect sense. The change is that more trading does not necessarily mean more profits for users. The platform benefits from activity. The traders benefit from successful outcomes. Those are not always the same thing. History shows that some of the largest trading businesses in the world generate substantial revenue regardless of whether their users ultimately make or lose money. Do you figure that? So in the world, the business world, the largest trading businesses in the world generate substantial revenue regardless of whether the users ultimately make or lose money. That's how the real world works. Transaction fees, execution fees, spreads, and platform activity can generate income even when traders experience losses. So you don't always have to be going up to get revenue. I'm not suggesting Rift operates in this manner. I have to say that because ChatGPT says I don't want to go to court. What I am saying is that investors should understand where the incentive sits. Rift memorandum discusses active users, trading frequency, automation adoption, leverage users, and account growth in considerable detail. That receives far less attention. Less attention is. I'm just going to read that because somebody's on the phone in the background and it's making me lose my concentration. I've got to concentrate a lot when I read.
What receives far less attention is independently verified evidence showing that users are consistently benefiting from this increased activity. That distinction is important. A platform can be highly successful as a business while many of its users struggle financially. The two outcomes are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, look, like sometimes it does make me laugh, just how stupid this whole everything is, like Queen of Karma's words are real small. They'll make them a bit bigger. Still didn't make them very big. What's happening? I might actually just delete them all and then re-put them there again. Guest. Right, let's see if we can do that again. I'll just add you to the broadcast. No, still very tiny words. We've got to get your words bigger on the screen there, don't we? Let's go up to, we're going to go to 42. Go to 48. Ooh. Okay, so I've got to pick up a car soon. But anyway, that's cool. What have we got? Then we go back to Richard. Let's see what he's got to say. Richard says, I'm finna cool, tell me. What? I don't know what they're finna cool, tell me if there's headphones suck. You must be in a chat room and with my Avengers. Are you going to call? Anyway, compliance, contradiction. What time have we got to go pick up the car?
It's ready.
Yeah.
They close at 5.
Yep.
So how long will you be?
I will be not long.
Okay.
I'll be about 45 minutes, but we'll have heaps of time. That's cool. They tell you how much? Oh, 1144. Oh my goodness. We're going broke. The compliance contradiction. Another area that deserves scrutiny is the gap between the platform's marketing language and the legal reality presented in its own documentation. So throughout the website, the memorandum, visitors are represented with concepts such as responsible trading architecture, regulatory alignment, compliance monitoring, user protection, and future licensing pathways, which means we're not licensed. That's the last one that makes me laugh. We're not licensed, but we're trying to be. These phrases are clearly designed to reassure prospective users. Yet, when you move beyond the marketing material into the legal documents, a very different picture emerges. Rift states that it is not a broker. It is not an exchange. Okay, get all this, man. This is batshit crazy. I mean, we're OSINT investigators, and what that means is we use their documentation to show you that they are running a scam. Their own documents state it's not an exchange. It's not a custodial, which means they're not looking after your money, I assume. It's not an investment advisor. So they're providing you financial advice. They're telling you that you're going to get 56.7% return on your investment guaranteed. Users are not responsible. Users are responsible for their own decisions. Well, this is automated. This is how stupid this is, and this is why it gets me angry when people like Carl Miller promote this crap. Users are responsible for their own decision. They're telling you it's all automated. They're telling you they just need your money. Users are responsible for their own risk, whatever that means. Users are responsible for their own losses. So you've got no guarantees, no comeback, no nothing. Imagine going to a bank and they tell you to put your money in there. They give you a credit card with their name on it. And then as you're walking out the door, you see all the signs saying, we're not responsible for you losing your money. We're not responsible for any interest that we claim that you might get, even though the signage that got you in the door in the first place was pretty fantastic. They were saying things like guaranteed success, bank, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it just makes you laugh. The platform repeatedly distanced itself from the responsibility while simultaneously encouraging confidence in its automation system. I should have just read the words. Intelligent layers and structured execution model. Oh my God, do they not know what the, like in New Zealand, we have this thing called the Commerce Commission, and you're not allowed to make statements without backing them up. These websites that you see these days, I mean, I remember when I first started developing websites. I'm going to show you because it's just, like if I go back to my very first website, well, I used to have a business called New Zealand's Information Network, right? And one of my first websites that I got was a website, which I think I still own now, called newzealandnz.co.nz. Yes, it does. It redirects, right? So if you go to the Wayback Machine and you go, wonder how long Danny's been around for, you can basically put in New Zealand and then nz.co.nz like this, right? And then I go back to the Wayback Machine, and the Wayback Machine in 1998, I remember my very first website, which will actually show you. Red Raptor. I'm on a swing at the moment, mate. This is my very first website that I ever developed. And this website eventually made me, I used to earn over $100,000 a year, 10 years in a row, all coming from my idea, my concept. And one year, 2004, this website generated me a turnover of nearly $500,000, and I took home $275,000 in a year. I thought I was going to be rich, but it just all come together. And business is all about timing and the like, right? But if you look at my first website, you know, I would have never dreamed of being able to produce a website like these guys do now. But theheck.com, it's a pretty good website. But I want to take you to 2004, and you can see the traffic. I was getting 25,000 individual people on my website every day at one point. And I was just promoting New Zealand travel and tourism. So you can actually see the visitor count was $23,000. And that was, you know, a snapshot. I don't know when they took this. This wasn't even a flash website. You know, and then as time went on, I started redesigning the website, you know, and that's what you do. I mean, then I got a professional logo made, which was a big deal. I can design a logo now that's 10 times better than anything I've ever dreamed about. Within, you know, a couple of minutes. I mean, just the other day, we developed a new website for our guys. What have we got? For our Avengers. I'm just going to see if I can quickly bring that up without ruining our day. But see if I can bring it up. But I wanted, but I'm just saying that technology moves so fast. And you can create a website that looks pretty good. You can make a whole lot of claims. You don't even have to back them up. But at the end of the day, my point is, guys, it's just a friggin' website. And if no one's going to question you, no one's going to challenge you, no one's going to say you're wrong, you're right. I can't even find what I'm looking for. But anyway, what we can do is we just go to here, go to danny.co.nz, and you'll see that I developed a logo. There it is there. It's not the clearest version, but you get the idea. And that there, we used AI to create a lot of this stuff now. You know, and it's just so cool. You know, the world's so cool. So when I see these guys setting up these friggin' websites, making all these claims, it just pisses me off. Richard, you've jumped on stage here for a bit. What did you have something nice to say? What's up?
Do I sound good?
Not too bad. We can hear you. You're audible. You can hear the truck. You're on the road. Richard's a truck driver.
Oh, you hear the truck. No noise cancellation.
No, that's all right. The noise cancellation is probably the problem, so it's probably better we can hear the truck. All right.
Yeah. I just picked up some cheap ones.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll pick up some. I'll get some better ones delivered to the house.
Yeah, we can deliver them, mate. If you got a spare $5 million there, we can get one.
Yeah.
We can get one. We can get one routed to you. It won't be a problem.
It'll be locked in the back office.
Oh, you got one of those safes as well. Keeps it safe, doesn't it? Yeah, no, it's good.
Yep, that's the thing about them websites. They don't want to tell you about the back office, but they can, you know, spin them out. Five of them in a week, right?
Yeah.
They got 100 of them lined up for the next scan.
Yep. No, I'm trying to lasso something in the office. 1 second.
What's
and
up,
I think,
YouTube?
yeah, what's up? I think that's what, you know, obviously we get a lot of, what am I trying to say? It's, websites are still fooling people, but to me, it's like, it's just the same all the time. You know, like it's just, I didn't have my, interview window on by the way too, if anyone else was trying to get in there. But yeah, it's just another website, another, you know, at the end of the day, it's just another website, another website that's still fooling people, which is hopeless. I'm just popping that chat window out. All right, I'm going to carry on reading. I'm just getting into it now, mate. I was getting pretty good there for a wee while.
Yep.
All right, so what are we up to? So that contradiction becomes more difficult to ignore when viewers alongside the FMA warning evolving. So contradictions become even more difficult to ignore when viewed alongside the FMA's warning involving LQUID Pay and protocol yield. The name, is it Miranda? Name appears. The same founder appears. The same emphasis on compliance and legitimacy appears. Yet investors are yet again expected to trust statements that have not been independently verified. Come on, guys, you've got to figure this stuff out for yourselves. For me, that is one of the most important issues surrounding the entire project. If you're going to make claims, you need to back it up with evidence. We're sick and tired of this. We're sick and tired of people coming to us. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't had anyone come to me for a long time who have invested in anything that Shavez is doing. I've got people that may have invested maybe 3 or 4 years ago coming to me saying that they're still hoping to get their money out. And one day what they've got, whatever they don't even understand what they've got, may actually be able to be withdrawn, put back into fiat currency. Now, for years, this company hasn't got a bridge. There's no way of transferring your money that's gone in back into USDT. And there's no proof. They used to have this thing called the Vault Horizon. And it was a place where 30% of anything that was deposited into the platform used to get put into this Vault Horizon. And it was secure. No one could touch it. No one had the keys except Sam Lee. All of a sudden, Sam Lee leaves, and so does the money in the Vault Horizon. And then one day, Shavez claims that the whole company's been cleaned out. Every little last cent of the money's been gone. However, he does have control over the Vault Horizon money. Next minute, the Vault Horizon money goes into a fake bank that we found. And they transferred all the money that couldn't be moved out of the Vault Horizon to a bank that was paying like 33.6% interest per year. Now, all of a sudden, all that money's gone. No one knew the balances. Everyone could calculate how much they thought was in the Vault Horizon, and it's just bullshit. It's just lies. All cartel networks and scam shit. It's just the worst of the worst bunch of poos and wees all shoved into the bathtub, and you're getting dipped into it every time you hear about a new glossy website, a new thing that comes out, and we're all told to believe and trust the system. But we are sick of that because we know the system 10, 15, 20, 25 websites later. I reckon we'd be up to 25 websites later. He's still producing a website. He's going to produce a new one called Smart Money or Money Smart. And it's going to be another website, another logo, another promise list, another two dumb performers doing Zoom presentations illegally, telling you how much money you're going to make if you just trust the system. Why don't we stand up to these guys? Why is everyone's microphone muted? Why is the chat rooms and these Zoom meetings made that you can't comment? Is it just because one guy on the planet is causing so much disruption that people can't talk, can't ask questions, can't do anything, and that's acceptable? And they haven't even come up with a remedy to fix the problem. Let's just say that I'm the worst person on the planet and I call everything a scam. So no one else wants to challenge. No one else wants to stand up. You know what happens when people come to me and they say they've lost all their money? Can I keep it anonymous? People are embarrassed. People die by suicide because they've lost their money to these scammers because they believed that advertising, that shit, and that's disgusting. Hey, Rich.
Yeah, Danny, that's what pisses me off too. Why didn't anybody ever come on board to become an Avenger with me? I went back to face Shavez, and he wouldn't turn his camera on, but he wants to indoctrinate everybody to go along with the cult mentality. Put your camera on. Okay, that's why they're all running scared, because we stepped up, so we can't be the only ones. That pisses me off that there's at least 5 or 10 people at that time that should be contacting Danny every single day, knowing that they're either a part of the scam or they knew enough about what was going on that they can bring down the whole freaking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just dumb. I mean, I don't want to make this into something else, but I went to a very sad funeral, and everyone was looking for the right words to say and was trying to console the victims, and I think I nailed it. I just said it's just sad. You know, and that some of these things that we hear, it's just sad. It's sad that people don't speak up. You know, it's just crazy. So, you know, like, is it acceptable? Is this, you know, is this what we're come to as a human race? I mean, if you go back to Americans and any American says the number one amendment is freedom of speech. And then, you know, and then the next one is you're allowed to carry a firearm. All right. So the first one is people don't speak up when you get scammed. And the second one is no one gets shot when they've scammed somebody. I reckon things need to change. Maybe we should go after it. But where do they hide? I don't know. I've invested in something and I don't know who's behind it. And I go over to we. That's just sad. That's sad, isn't it? That you can give your money to somebody you don't know. They can take that money. No one will stop them. You don't even know where they are. Where's Shavez? You want to invest with Shavez, who's meant to be the guy behind it all, and you don't even know where he is. We know that he's actually in a building. I believe the building where he stays and the apartment he lives in is controlled by human trafficking. And because he's decided to give his life over, instead of to Yahweh, but give his life over to hyper capital, I believe he's part of the human trafficking compound. You know, I've got there's a newspaper in Australia called The Age in Melbourne, and they've asked me to provide information on Hyperverse and the background of it all and all that. And I said, you're 3 years too late to the party, you guys. And they want to know where everyone is. They want to know. They want us to hand over the whole mechanics of the whole operation so they can do an article on it. And I go, it doesn't exist. Even we don't know where these guys operate out of. You know, it's just ridiculous. And Susie just gave me this interesting clip. She's searched for the internet about the company, and it tells you all we can find about the company that's meant to be the company behind the company that you might invest in if you don't listen to us is a search result. That's it. You're not going to find the company. You're not going to go visit the company behind it. You're not going to find out where Shavez is. It's just batshit crazy. For me, the most important issue surrounding the entire project, trust, should be earned through transparency, not the marketing. So if you're going to believe marketing words, you might as well sit there on Times Square in America, because we're picking on America today, and look at all the advertisements. You can live forever. You can have freedom. You can drive this car. You can travel around the world continuously. And then if you walk down there and you believe everything you see, and you get to the end of Times Square and you realize that all these adverts you've seen aren't possible for the average Joe Blog user, wouldn't you start asking questions next time you go down the same advertisement trail? And start saying, well, prove it. Can you provide me someone that, you know, is living forever? Uncle Henry, he's 5,000 years old. Oh, good. I now believe that you can live forever because Uncle Henry looks like he's 5,000 years old. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get it. Questions for Shavez. I never get his name right. I can just about get Ahmed Siddiqui. Siddiqui Linky.
Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui.
Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui. As I researched reached the end of Rift, memorandum, there. Siddiqui Linky Binky. I found myself with more questions than answers. Perhaps Shavez can, instead of send me another legal letter or an AI-driven legal letter, perhaps Shavez Ahmed can help clarify them. Can the reported users be independently verified? So you're making claims that you've got all these users using your systems, and can the claim of 45.7 million in trading volume be independently verified? How was the 57.09 win rate calculated? Who operates the smart money trading books? What qualifications do those individuals actually have? Maybe you don't need qualifications if you can generate that much return on your investment. What percentage of platform revenue is allocated to affiliate commissions? Like how much are you paying the referral network versus the revenue that you're generating for the whole company? Where's the money coming from is what we're saying. How many affiliates are currently promoting Rift? We'd love to know because we've only seen two drongos, Carl, and what's the other guy's name? Carl and what's the driver's name? Susie's going to give it to me in the chat room, but it's
Joe.
Joe, is it Joe? Yeah, Joe and Carl, two guys that don't even. What Carl says, he lives in the farm. He lives in a friggin' trailer park on a farm, and he doesn't even own the trailer. He lives an hour and a quarter out of Melbourne in a trailer park, and he can't even afford a gym membership. I mean, you can't make this shit up. All right. Anyway, so we know there's two promoters. What exactly does executive distribution rights to the 3FO community mean? Does that mean that you can market the second layer of shit, the yesterday's newspaper, Hope and Dream and Promise, and have exclusive rights to it? I mean, is that because it's fallen over and no one else is using it? I don't know. What license, if any, if you look, I'll tell you what, guys, if you went back a year ago and you watched the presentation of 3FO community, you would find the exact same shit. And the only difference is a new website. What licenses, if any, does Miranda Limited currently hold? Oh, none. There we go. There's the answer to that one. Has any independent third party audited the platform's trading results? Come on. Go to, I've got the name of the company that does all that. Thomas Grant. Oh my God, Thomas Grant. Did you really bring up his name? Thomas Grant. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. Thomas Grant. Oh, look, I've got to bring him up. Thomas Grant is, I don't even know how to keep a straight face when I mention his name. I'm pretty sure he's over an Australian or a New Zealander. I can't remember. Oh, he's Australian because I just saw his phone number. There he is. There he is. Look, and there he is with Pinicky Nark. And there's Thomas Grant, this big moment in life. Look, I'm with a scammer. So what is Pinicky Nark doing with Thomas Grant? That's because they're all used to be in bed together. And Thomas Grant has promoted, he's not a big time promoter. He needs new oil in his hair. But like what we want to do is, just talking to my Avengers the other day, is we want to actually go through these individuals and see what they've been doing. So Thomas Grant 3 years ago was the last time he ever published anything. You can go to his Facebook account and you can see he's blocked me. Well, it doesn't work anymore. And these guys are still doing their stuff. Let's go to his LinkedIn account. Oh, there he is. Oh, look, he's self-Australian. He's got 24 connections. And these are the type of independent people that actually promote the crap that Shavez is spitting out. So now we can actually update his picture because it looks like he's updated his picture. Is that the same? He's got fluffier hair. It's the same flag. Anyway, lots of fun. Anyway, let's carry on. Has anyone independently third-party verified platforms reported user metrics? These are not unreasonable questions. They are the same questions that should be asked of any platform seeking public trust. The bigger picture, if Rift ultimately becomes a legitimate trading platform, possibly, the existence of unanswered questions is not proof of wrongdoing. Now that's ChatGPT, make sure I don't get any more lawsuits. However, credibility is not built through slick branding, artificial intelligent buzzwords, or carefully designed representations. Say that again. Or carefully designed presentations. Credibility is built through transparency, independent validation, regulatory compliance, and accountability. Now, none of that there is. We know that these platforms that they have promoted have lost people hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, and there's never, ever been anyone held accountable for their actions. At the moment, Rift, the bunch of rifters, ask potential users to place considerable trust in a founder, a company, and a collection of technology that remains difficult to independently verify. Now, I think the word independently verified has been used far too many times in my blogs lately, but it's not rocket science, is it? What makes that particularly noteworthy is the history surrounding Miranda Limited, LQUID Pay, and Protocol Yield. Those connections do not automatically, is it condemn Rift? It is condemn, isn't it? Condemn Rift, but they do create the context that investors cannot afford to ignore. The future of the further I investigated, the less Rift looked like a completely new venture, and the more it resembled the latest evolution of an existing ecosystem. Basically, same shit, different day. The names have changed, the branding has changed, the terminology has changed, but the underlying theme remains remarkably familiar. Whether Rift ultimately becomes a genuine trading platform or simply another chapter in a long running cycle of innovation remains to be seen. For now, the question that deserves to be answered. Let's have a look. And until those answers are independently verified, caution remains the most sensible investment strategy of them all. Oh my goodness. As I often say in my disclaimer, all the information that we have gone through to produce this new blog that we've done highlighting our best friend Shavez Anwar is basically their own content. We haven't insinuated anything. We've only read their own terms and conditions. We've gone through the public trail of destruction that they've had with individuals. And the funny thing is, I received a notice from our local police telling me that one lady who promotes this, Moya, and they told me that she was concerned I knew where she lived, and they trespassed me from her house, which I'd never been to. And the police dropped off a notice telling me that I weren't allowed to go to her house. And I said, well, I haven't been to her house. And I said, in fact, why don't you investigate Moya? Because that lady is promoting Shavez Anwar's Ponzi scheme, the same one that's been flagged by the New Zealand FMA. And they said, oh, we don't want to get involved in it. And I said, why wouldn't you want to get involved in it? And I said, and you think I don't know that Moya used to work in the call centre for the police? And this is how stupid things are. But when you've got individuals like that trying to use police to protect themselves while they're running scams that have been promoted, that have been featured by the FMA, it makes you laugh. And this Moya lady I'm talking about, she's in these meetings with Carl's and Joe's and whatever that other guy's name was, Thomas Grant. And they're all just regurgitating the same shit. And then they go out to the community and they try to convince people that you need to invest in these opportunities or you're going to miss out. And it absolutely makes me sick. And it really does make me think twice. So if you are yo, Moya.
Let me drop something if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
You made a really good point for the audience and for people watching on the rerun, which is that everything that Danny just brought forward is from the insight that he has as an independent citizen journalist, open source. So everything that Danny just dropped on everybody to understand about Shavez and the scam world, you could do that for yourself through the large language models, but not only for yourself, but you could take the actual blog, put it into the AI, and ask it to create 10 different ways based off of wherever you're at in the world of how to go about investigating and bringing down the scam for yourself. So don't just be a freaking, grandstander or an armchair quarterback. Do something about it. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. Danny's not going to, retract or feel obligated to go after that lady that he was talking about. But there's options out there. You don't have to wait for Danny to report on the people that are in the ditch at the other end of the cliff.
Yeah.
Go find out about these scumbags at whatever level that you can and bring them down. Become an avenger.
Yeah. And it is kind of funny, isn't it? Every time we do a video, we get cleverer at doing it. I think I've just found a video, Rich, that if we were looking at this, there's a video. I'm just going to actually try and do something clever here. It won't be a second. I'm just going to log into my website. For some reason, I logged out of everything. But there was a video that I mentioned earlier on, and it showed a private video that these guys didn't want anyone to see. And when we find these videos, which we don't get them every day, and they're not easy to get in there, but we just happened to get in there. Leave it to your imagination. And they basically incriminate the company so much. And when we get these what they call insider videos, you can't watch it and think that it's not true. That they're not they're right here in front of me. I'm trying to multitask here. They're right here in front of me, conniving how they're going to scam people. And, like, it's breathtaking. So this video that you see here, so Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui exposed, teaches fake KYC lies about trademarks. It's Siddiqui. It's a shrinky dinky. And I just, for the use of this video here, I think it would be useful if I actually include that video in here. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here because it's actually quite clever. I like showing people how we develop websites. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 columns, right? Then I'm going to switch that paragraph around, and now I've got a nice little wee picture up here. And the first element I'm going to add is a YouTube video. I'm going to tell the video to be 19, that one there, and that there's going to be 19, that one there. I'm going to tell it not to autoplay the video. It's not going to be muted and not to loop the video, and I go save. There we go. Now I duplicate it and I drag it over here and I go save. Now I go back to here. I go up here and I take that code that's the link to the video and I delete that one. I open that one and I paste that there. Right, go save. Now I go save and I go update. Now what I've just done there is I have saved you a lot of grief trying to hunt around my YouTube channel. My website's currently getting around about 25,000 views a month. And now you've got 2 little videos. The first video is today, and that's the live, which will be replaced with the chopped up version after I chop it up. And the second video is about exposing Shavez. And they're both absolutely world class. If I haven't done my job correctly today, if you are sitting here, like Rich said, and you are thinking, oh, there you are, Tione, where have you been? Where the hell have you been? She's my North Island New Zealander who fights scams. She's back here. I haven't seen you for ages. I've got a new phone number too, by the way, which I won't publicise, but I will give it to you. You can ring it, but you can't text it. Just saying. Doing that to make myself a bit more harder to find. But anyway, what I'm saying is if you come here and you find that we haven't done a good job at warning you and you're still doubting that there is an opportunity out there that you're going to miss out on if you don't listen to these criminals, like even this lady here, she does not want to be, she is never on camera. So we've done it, which is absolutely brilliant. We've managed to expose these people behind it. Now, this isn't the first time because when if I go to my website, I go to the bottom down here, and I think I found it earlier on. There was an article in one of these newspapers, ABC News Australia, who just happened to call me the biggest scam fighter in New Zealand. And this was all about Sam Lee, and this was just a news one. And this guy lost $100,000, but still likes investing in crypto. And if we get to this point here, where is it? There it is there. Now, this video that you see here, this was another secret video that we managed to find. And this was Sam Lee in a leadership meeting with 150 plus people. And most of the people in that meeting I did not know. And this shows you the criminal cartel network behind these schemes that you might think you know better of.
YouTube, he said he's not to blame.
So for those who are now asking me, okay, do the withdrawals on VidiLive. Just let everyone have their money. Firstly, let's be clear.
I miss Sam.
How do I do that? How do I do that with this?
He wants 2% for stealing your money.
And you know what? Business first.
Friends next.
Charity second.
Charity next.
Business first. Charity second. I need to be a good businessman. Make the money that I make.
Look at his bookshelf. Very similar to Stephen Beard's, isn't it?
Then, of course, give back to the community.
So as long as he makes his money, and he's trying to make out he's the gangster, he's not. He's just a puppet. Shortly out, this was the last video of Sam in charge,
Even when
and then
everything goes
Shavez Ahmed took over.
Things still go right for me.
And then
Because
Danny,
it's
let me
always
say something, Danny.
someone else's faults.
Yep.
And then when you mentioned
be
earlier
clear.
about the Vault Horizon, we also have Gobi being one of the top leaders talking about making his exit strategy when the Vault Horizon was being, juggled around.
Yeah. So
Remember that secret meeting?
well, we didn't have it. He actually rang us up on the phone and I recorded it, and I've got the recordings. And this was a guy that was trying to come up with a cunning way to fool them, to get his community's money back because he had egg on his face. It's just, there's so much corruption here. I mean, we've exposed Sam Lee. He's been in mainstream media, which doesn't happen very often, trust me. We have got Shavez Ahmed here coming after me with a $300,000 US lawsuit claiming that I caused him to have a stroke, and that was his defense. All the court documents were written in with ChatGPT. It even had square bracket insert date and emojis in the court documents. I don't know anyone. I've seen a lot of court documents lately, and I've never seen emojis in court documents. But Shavez, he submitted them to my ISP, which hosts my website. My website host went, "Oh my God, this is legal." And they gave me my marching orders. So I reached out to Google, land on my feet every time. And now my website is protected by Google Project Shield. And they basically provide a platform for independent journalists to have a voice that matters. So now Shavez, anything that's on my website, and that's why my website gets 25 to 40,000 views per month, is because whenever we list a scammer on here, so their name will come up in the search results, and that's what we're doing. So if I search for him, you can see now, right now, we've got Chavez's Instagram account, and number 2, Rift Protocol, and that's why he doesn't want. He's even tried getting himself his own domain name. Look at the Gumpy. You go here. We've exposed the guy. Look, even here, LinkedIn, I've got him sitting here telling lies to people, even smoking, which he hates. And then down here, we've got another, like every time this guy farts, we capture it and put it onto a blog and put it on the website. We've got articles and articles of him and his dirty scams. And every time he comes out with one, as much as I don't want to do it, the lies. I mean, even if you look at this photo here, I can tell this is after his stroke because it looks like he nearly died. And I got the credit for it. Yay. I would not shed a tear. I'd actually probably have a can of beer. And who is this guy? He's full of lies. Look, this is all bullshit.
Some stories begin with...
So look at this, the very start of this video here. He is promoting a scam called Dodo Bird, which is now not even on the back of that there. Let's have a look at this. That there is Dodo Bird. It's already fallen over. The bird died. Somebody set the bird free. So if you go through here and listen to the lies, they went to Vietnam, and they all this footage that you see here, like the credit card, Bloomberg have already told us that the credit card that he has no association with Visa. Visa does not even know who he is. Here's his credit card with Visa's name on it. I mean, he's already been, Bloomberg have already busted him for this. You just need to watch it. And here he is with the other idiots. So there you've got, I forgot about these guys. We found out earlier on that his sister is Lucky. And here he is trying to...
Every obstacle becomes part.
And do you notice the voice in the background? The same guy that was trying to help you make $10 off your spreadsheet from your the latest grift scam. And here's affiliate marketing 3.0. And while I'm always on these schemes, if you go to the archive, we go to Wyoming, we managed to get their company, and I say we as the Avengers. In Wyoming, they registered a company called Affiliate Marketing 3.3 DAO. We proved that their website didn't have the proper unique identifiers on it. They had their website. If you go to the history section, the administration action shut down the website because they said they defrauded, even Wyoming is really hard to get. They defrauded with the wrong documents. They put fraudulent documents online. So 3 months, this company was trading with no company. So what do you think they do? They go and they re-register the same company with the same name, with the same register, the same everything. And it gets relisted. And now you come down here and this company has been doing filings. So you get struck off and then you get put straight back on again with the same everything, with a 3-month gap. And nobody seems to question how these companies operate. In fact, Wyoming is disgusting because they let these companies have a registration and theoretically they're not even operating. They have no offices in Wyoming, and it's just a continuous battle that we go through every day listening to this crap. But when we see these videos and you see these up here, you think if people knew the truth, and because they use all the latest imagery and all the, the everything, like all these people are Vietnamese, and as soon as it all fell apart in other countries, they go off to other countries that don't have the knowledge that we do, or don't know how to get on and find it, and then next minute we see them receiving an award from for the Middle East Entrepreneur magazine, and it's just crap, whatever that means. But here he is receiving some award. He could hardly walk on the stage because he was that sick because he had a stroke because I gave him a stroke apparently, and this is now giving the guy some credibility. And even this here, this is all Vietnam stuff, the next stuff that you're going to look at.
No entrepreneur, no dream is ever denied.
And these guys here that he's just hugging, we know them all. They've all been promoting other scams.
Because of where they were born.
Even
Shavez Ahmed Siddiqui isn't just a
is that how you say his name? Ahmed
founder.
Siddiqui.
He is a movement, a build.
He's friggin' movement because he's coming out of your friggin' ass. It's just ridiculous.
Yo, you got him by the Siddiqui, do ya?
Yeah. And these guys come after you, because they try to stop you. Now what is this? Spend crypto globally, pay locally. What is this one? You visit the website. I haven't even seen this one before. So yeah, we stopped following these a long time ago because no one stops and no one cares. But one day when people cry foul and when one of their projects get traction, and people lose money, we'll have the database that the government wants. We'll have the evidence proving that these guys were, conniving. But at the moment, I don't see anyone investing in these companies substantially enough. I don't get people knocking on my door saying they've lost $100,000. What I see, I don't even know why they do it. I mean, if you looked at this website here, this is actually the real website of some other company who provided them the white label service. Now, these companies aren't selling you white label services. They're actually pretending they are these companies, even though they're getting all the front end graphics from, I assume this company's legitimate, but it's all bullshit. It's just to give you a facade, it's to give you the image that they are successful. They're trying to tell you they are someone when they're absolutely no ones.
It's a false economy.
It's a false everything, isn't it, mate?
Pseudo crypto false economy.
Yeah. But we're here to spot them. I've got to go pick up a car that's been serviced for its 12 monthly service. And I've got to go across town. I've got about an hour and a quarter to get across town. I've enjoyed it today. It's Friday. I have got new stuff coming out on Monday. So it's been awesome having you here. It's Friday afternoon here for me. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday night and get a good start to Friday. Friday's been awesome for me. Hopefully it'll be awesome for you. Thank you for Richard for being here, the Red Raptor, as we call him. And we'll see you at the top of the cliff where we're trying to stop people being thrown over the cliff by these people who are telling them what to do with their money. Don't let people tell you what to do with your money. You don't need that type of education. We'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Danny the Heck. Thanks for watching.